Hello, everyone, and welcome back with What Team Comp to Sorcery and Secrets. I am your host, the Uncommon Guru, and we've got Facecam now because I wanted people to be able to see my disappointment at some of the life choices that are made here because that's really half the fun. But also, I wanted to say hello again. We're back after the Valentine's Day absence of D&D, and we're still going strong. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
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 We do have Butters as well. Butters, you still there?
Butters.
Ha, huh?
Are you here? We were saying hi.
Oh.
We were saying
there
hi.
Butters.
You're fine.
I'll kill myself.
I think he'll be on and off until he gets back home.
I figured. I figured.
It's just the rage.
Anyways,
Sorry.
let's catch everyone back up real quick so we can get into having a good time. What do you say?
Yeet.
Sure.
Alright then. So, when last we left off in this crazy adventure, our group from the Manticore's Main had been sent out on a mission to Red Reef Cove to investigate some difficulties regarding creatures that were causing devastation and destruction to the island. After making their way there, they came across several different things that were causing it discomfort and danger, including it but not limited to two genies clashing with each other, an aboleth who was able to create a water spout and slam it into the side of the cliffside village.
That was a great session.
That was a great session, yes. And eventually they made their way into the mines, passing against alien-esque creatures, freeing the Merid, named Taured, and realizing that they had completed the initial task, they realized there was still an aboleth out there. Wanting to get a few more details regarding the village on the other side of the cliff, they made their way around to said other side of the cliff. In doing so, they came across more creatures that apparently had made their way in and infiltrated the village, as well as a woman who had been charmed by Minnie's singing and is currently clinging desperately to Minnie's back while Alex and Tenebris are currently there with Shuffle zooming to catch up with Honeydew and Imnostra.
Wait,
Not
didn't
far
we
away.
end the
Wait,
session
no.
with Shuffle running up and whipping the gun out on that innocent lady?
I think we did.
I think we did. Yeah, so currently Shuffle has arrived with Honey not far behind and Shuffle with a gun pointing at this person on Minnie's back, who Minnie is currently moved between you and the gun, just like, no, she's a lady, normal lady, good lady, no boom,
Tilt's
no
head.
boom.
Tilt's head.
No, boo. She's not harmful. Don't worry. I was gonna make the joke of Alex moving in front of the shotgun, but Shovel is like what, 5'6"? So I barely
He's
come
in-
up to his chest.
Wait, check his sheep on the guru. Check how tall he is. We need to know this.
Oh my god. He just
I'm
like,
only
don't,
4'3".
just stand in front of
5'3".
him like, don't do it.
I'm 5'3".
You'll have
You're
to
a
shoot
foot
me
tall.
Shuffle's
instead. You'll have to shoot me first.
Aim down. And he shot.
Nostra's not there yet, right?
You're coming up behind them, probably about just like run up. You don't have expeditious retreat like Honey had going, and so you're
Expeditious
catching up.
retreat
Expeditious,
and
yeah.
rogue dash.
Yeah, those two were just gone.
Gone.
You're just
Just
like,
wait till I take
so-
the robe off.
oh boy.
Gone like the wind.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Y'all, I think I broke my knuckle.
What?
It's sore. It has a weird fucking bump on it.
I hope you didn't break it. That's not good.
I hope
I don't think
I
I
just
broke it.
punched
Like,
something, got bit by a mosquito.
no,
it's okay.
Okay.
I can move it, so I don't think it's broken.
I-
And I did hit the fucking drawer on accident, so... I just
Hopefully
feel
you're
that way.
okay.
What the fuck?
I hope you're both okay. Jeez.
The drawer?
You and Butters, who punched a door, something, and got bitten by a
No.
mosquito, apparently.
I think he was giving options as to why I have a bump on my finger.
I was.
My apologies. I thought Butters said that. I'm like, how did you punch something and get bit by a mosquito? That's not how that works.
I mean, it's winter, so if you get bit by a
Yes, but
mosquito, then that fucking...
yeah, we're getting off topic. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but yes. So Shuffle pointing gun and Minnie in the way as Alex is, seeing him just slide up with Honey, just kind of behind him, looking around, just like
Trying to calm him the fuck down.
Gun disappears.
Thank you.
The umbrella doesn't, though.
you only have room for one. And you,
Am I there then?
Also, look how
Can I talk then? Am I
Yeah,
there?
you're
an
there.
disappearing thing.
Make sure.
Tenebris is looking over these weird fish people.
Nostra runs up and like immediately hunches over and puts her like hands on her knees as she like gasps for breath. Oh, that really sucked. What happened?
Can I offer her a water skin?
You can.
Nostra like grabs it and like chugs it. She kicks one of the fish people who's on the ground if she can reach them.
Yeah, they're on the ground. They're not, out of reach for you to kick them.
She kicks one.
As Tenny loots one of the bodies, he's going to say, "We encountered some of these strange fish people."
Oh, fantastic! She begins to loot one of them also.
Yep. Clothes and weapons. That's all you find on them.
No money?
No money.
Oh.
Ugh, they were good for nothing. Town up ahead. Did they talk about the town?
You're currently on the edge of the town.
Okay, we should get into town then. Also, who's that? Points at the...
A woman I accidentally charmed.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm still in the back of the talking bat. Why am I still here?
You can get down.
Listen,
I don't wanna-
you can get down. Oh, okay. Have it your way then. We should probably get to the town.
Do you want to ride the scary bat and fly, or do you want to walk?
Roll. I'll stay on the scary bat. It just seems
All right, then.
strong enough.
Alright, suit yourself.
I'm gonna jump onto Minnie then, because there is no fucking way this shit can at all pilot this bat.
I mean, she comes with autopilot, but
She comes with autopilot, but at the same time, I don't trust Minnie to be able to calm her down should this woman suddenly decide to freak the fuck out on her back and try and jump. People do weird shit when they're freaked out.
I'm aware. I see you hop on her back, and she's like, "I mean, you're already you're on the edge of the village already. If you go that way, are you here to save
I'll
us
walk
from
up
those horrible
to
monsters?"
Alex.
Save you from the horrible There's more of those things? I'm gonna point it at the fish.
Shuffle walks up to Alex.
Tenny looks at this woman. Where are the other
I don't know.
fish people?
These are the first I've seen of them.
Shuffle
He starts writing on his wife.
I'm
Can I
Not
try
sure.
something? It says, "Can I try something on Minnie?"
Sure.
Yes, you can.
I'm going-
off and let him on.
He shakes his head no as you're trying to get off.
He walks towards Minnie and the woman and is like,
I'll take out my.
seen-
Oh, sorry.
Have you seen these things before?
We have, if it helps.
These,
Hmm.
I've seen a few like them before. They took poor George. He just stood there while they.
Deep breath.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get much out of this lady. Somebody else in town would probably know more.
The
I'm not
most.
just going towards the town.
What is Shuffle doing right now with Minnie? What is he doing?
I'm a little worried.
He takes his grappling hook and shoots it at the ground.
Okay.
Taking the
Water.
rope from the grappling hook and wrapping it around her leg, tying a knot.
Airlift, baby.
Okay.
Okay, so before I get on video, because I
Outright
know
take
exactly,
flight.
I know exactly what he's gonna do. Before I get on Mini and indulge this bird,
Mm-hmm.
turn to Tenebris. As far as we know, from what we've seen of these, they are creatures that either like to take the form of other people after killing them, or can shapeshift into people they have seen. Which makes it exceptionally odd that they are out and about in their actual form.
Interesting.
So the best bet that we have right now is to go to this village and explore. I still have some of that shark jerky.
Some
Sorry.
of that what?
Shark jerky.
Oh.
I'm gonna fucking just put that I have like a pound of shark jerky fucking in my bag, because Jesus fucking Christ. I can't remember how much you gave me. Because I know you said there was enough to feed the crew from the island and back with the shark.
Big shark.
So it's obvious what he's doing.
Mm. Okay.
I will take off with Minnie with Shuffle attached to the grappling hook.
Minnie takes off, and as she gets to a certain point, Shuffle's just, I'm guessing, just holding onto the rope, just like watching it go up for a second before doing, and up he goes.
I'm gonna wrap the rope around my arm first, then hold on to the gun.
Obviously. Okay. Minnie is a little lopsided because it's only around one of her legs, but she's a strong bat, and she just goes right up into the air and is able to drag you along.
I just
You guys-
imagine Minnie just looking down like, what the fuck?
Right to the
Tenny's,
town, baby.
yeah, Tenny's gonna just walk there.
Which again, you guys are on the outskirts of the town, so it's not like you have to go super far to be in this little village. And it is a village. This isn't an expansive town with, hundreds of people. This probably hosts maybe 50 to 100 people. It's a little fishing village. You can see, again, this place has been a trap for the water that is currently about, again, a good foot off the ground. So when you're walking through it, you are walking through a foot of water. It's not slowing you down too much, but it is there. Looking around, most of the buildings are mostly intact, except for the ones that, as I mentioned last time, have ships that were likely around this part of the village that have clearly been thrown into some of the buildings. Actually, as you pass one of them, you realize that this boat wasn't just thrown into the building, it was thrown into the building upside down.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, the storm that hit the village apparently hit this side just as hard, but did a little bit more damage because they didn't have the cliff
Barrier.
wall to... They had a barrier, but it's holding in the water.
Guru.
Yes.
Okay, I'll stow the rapier, and I'll take out the spyglass he had.
Okay.
Retreating
Looking
like an
around.
upside down crow's nest.
You need me to roll you a perception check? Or can
I
you
have
do
one-
that? Betters.
Hang on, I think I'm cutting it out again.
I know.
I've unwittingly provided Butters with a fucking high point to view things.
Unwittingly,
What is
I mean,
happening?
it's a flying creature, so he eventually was going to figure that out.
Butters!
Betters. Do you
There we
need
go.
me to roll you the perception check, or are you able to do it? No worries.
The desperation. I keep reaching for a drink that I don't fucking have, and I'm so upset.
16. Okay. With the 16,
Don't I have advantage?
that is with advantage. The other one was a 13. Yeah. So with the 16, looking around through the spyglass, it is giving you a very focused in viewpoint with it. Obviously, you're not fully extending it because you don't need to see too far, but it's still giving you a zoomed perspective. with that perspective, you're able to see that a lot of the damage to this area is natural in the most unnatural sense. Boats are not supposed to be put through buildings, but it's not like it was like some creatures had come and done this. It was likely from the same kind of phenomena that you had seen before, where the water had been literally slamming into the side of the village and destroying the boats, most of the boats anyways. In this area, you currently, if you look around, you don't see any of the boats outside of the barrier. It appears that on this side, all of the boats were picked up and chucked into this little village, and it's clear to see the raw devastation that has been caused by that. In terms of like other things you notice, don't really see too much movement, except for the water from where like Tenebris and Honey and Nostra are walking through the water. Just looking around, as of right now, you currently don't see anything yet.
Can we favor a performance check? Shuffle is attempting to do the most badass action movie pose he can.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Also, I wanted to say disguise self is back up.
gotcha.
And I'm just humming "This is the Tale of Captain Jack Sparrow."
Oh!
Da 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 da. Yep. You didn't have advantage on that, but on the dice it was going to be a 21 regardless. So you've basically got it so you wrap your other leg in it, and you've got to put your other leg against that leg wrapped up. You're gonna just like hold one arm and just like looking quite badass. If anyone looks up and sees you, they will think that you look like a crazy bird on a rope, but at the same time a very badass looking one.
I just imagine Alex just hearing this, just kind of glancing down, like, what the actual.
All right.
Alright.
I'm gonna land near the city, or near the edge of the city, so I don't get shot.
Near the edge of the
On
city.
principle. Like, right as I see it coming up, like, right before you would enter it, essentially.
That's where
I don't
you
know if
fought
it's
the
like-
creatures.
Is it? Oh, well,
Yeah,
that's not
Yeah,
me.
that's it.
I thought
You are on the edge of the village,
I
like you
thought-
said. Yes.
I thought we were
Minis-
fighting in the fields.
No, you were on the
Mini
edge of the village.
song is 300-foot range.
Yeah.
Someone from the village was charmed.
Mhm.
Alright, are we there yet, baby?
Yep.
Leon?
When you arrived, you were on the edge of the village, and so you've walked into the village.
That's why I was
Cool.
confused. I thought we were in the fields. My bad.
And I'm not just
Uh.
peeping around to see what she can see. Any important buildings that look like a person in charge might be there?
Roll investigation check.
I'm gonna
Oh,
help
boy.
you with that.
Okay.
Yes,
so
that I
if-
have here because I have like a million of them. Is Guru?
You cut out.
I said if Tenebris is helping, you have advantage on the roll.
Cool.
Can,
But can I use my real dice that I have here?
Yeah.
Yes, just
Okay.
type it.
Okay.
Just type it into the thing, and obviously say it out loud, so I can mark down what you rolled.
Well, that's a 3.
Okay.
ouch.
2.
So a 5.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, essentially. That was really good. I'm sorry, Tenebris. I put your...
It's alright.
Actually, your investigation
I mean-
is +1, so it'd be a 4.
Okay, cool, great.
Did you roll with advantage?
It was really rough.
So hold on, you rolled 3 twice.
No, I rolled a 2 and then a 3.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure. So you rolled a 2 and then
Yeah.
a 3.
That
Yeah.
hurts me inside.
Yep. And
It
yeah,
does.
you're looking around. You're like, This place is a dump. It is. Look, they don't even have anything to like signify where like the inn is. They don't have anything fancy here. All of this is just made of wood. What kind of place has stuff that's just made of wood? Oh, right, it's a village.
Mm.
Maybe they don't have a place of importance.
This place sucks. Can we leave now?
Meanwhile, Alex,
Hmm?
the woman, as you're trying not to get shot, you're keeping low as Shuffle is basically just a few feet out of the water, doing his little tricks as you do a quick once over of the village. The woman, eventually, she's holding on to you, just kind of like gives a little like push against your back, very gentle, like very hesitant, just miss. She
Alex.
she kind of hesitates, pull back slightly as she's saying it, like, oh, points past your shoulder towards one of the buildings. She kind of motions to it. It doesn't look out of the ordinary. It doesn't look like anything special at a glance. But she points to it and says, "If you and your friends would go towards that building there, carefully. Actually, this vantage on the bat is actually probably the safest way. There's something in the water. Just if you can land on the roof, I can let them know that you mean us no harm."
It's about her landing on that roof first.
What?
What about?
She can't. She physically can't land on the roof before Shuffle.
I know.
Don't worry, I know how I'm piloting. Don't worry. I'll land. I'll fucking hover so Shuffle can get off where I land.
Mhm.
So he doesn't just get, crushed under about 300 to 400 pounds of bag.
I try to press the button to bring the rope to me, so I probably fly up to the back.
You're like, aha! Whoa!
I
Make
just
a strength
imagine
check.
it's like the. I just imagine it's like
Actually,
the
You can do
cartoony
that for
thing.
me.
I'll do it for you.
I imagine it's the cartoony thing where he like goes up past Minnie, just Alex looks up. Huh. Kenku can't fly.
Actually, no. He rolled a 4, and so he presses the button, and shoop, and his grappling hook just out of his hand. He's like, as it goes up into the air, and Minnie's just like, Mr. Shuffle, She kind of lands and has one foot held out for you to take your grappling hook back.
I'll take it out.
Was I able to see that?
You guys are able to see she's not exactly.
Alright, I'm giving a standing ovation to Shuffle right now.
The woman makes a downward. And looks over the edge, like she's like staring into the water. She's like,
Deep breaths.
it's okay. It should be okay.
Is there a rock on the top of this water?
Uh,
On the top of this building?
there's like I'd say there's a loose piece of the tiling.
Can I try to skip a stone?
Go ahead. I'll roll a dex check for you. It's just a dex check, not a sleight of hand. Just you dex check and you throw with a 17.
It wouldn't be sleight of hand.
It wouldn't be
Aw.
sleight of hand, no. You do manage to actually get it to skip, which is surprising because it's a piece of tile that shouldn't technically be the right shape for it, but you managed to.
And I'm making, of course, it's going the opposite direction of us, basically creating vibrations heading away from this house.
Okay.
See if it will move it over.
I will roll you a perception check. This one's not with a spyglass, it's just as you skip it.
Can I just have a perception check since I'm watching him anyway?
He rolled a 10, so he just skips and he's like, yep, I got 2 skips. Nice. If you're watching him, you're watching what he's doing, go ahead and roll a perception check. 15. As, it does the second skip, like it has, the ripples coming out, you see a little, as, it seems to bubble for a second, which, I'm not sure if that's from the tile being skipped or something else. Just looks a little odd.
Am I there, or are we all
You're in the water
elsewhere?
out front. They skipped it out back, which as this is going on, the woman is very slowly, very carefully trying to get down towards one of the windows. She's fine. Gets down, kind of like she pulls against one of the windows. She slides inside, and you hear her kind of vanishing away. You hear someone saying, you barely make out any of the words in it, and then you hear, and you hear, and you just see this old guy, balding head, wearing a bandana around his neck, just shove his head up and wearing these really thick bifocals. You can't actually see his eyes through the glass. He just puts his head out and just stares up. You're like,
Nostra
what are you
waves.
doing up
Good
there?
morning!
Wait, was I told that this was a house of an ally?
Yes.
You
I mean, you
would
were
have heard her say, "Yeah, it was a house and it was."
Because
a
I
door."
was 60 feet down from them.
you were closer to 10 feet down because otherwise Minnie would have had to be really high up to actually.
Just so that
get
you
up
don't
there.
slam it into the side of the building.
Yeah.
Can Shuffle Can Shuffle breach? Like, put the grappling hook at the base of the building.
The woman would have asked you not to do that. She said
Aw.
she said I'll go talk with my husband and let him know what's going on. And again, this man is just thick bifocals. You can't see his eyes. He's just like, "What are you doing up there?"
We brought back your wife.
What? Puts his hand behind his ear.
Astra waves like really enthusiastically, and she's like, "Hi, we're here to help you. We heard you like been having a problem recently."
Turns his head around, looks down at Nostra. We ain't buying anything. It's too wet.
I'm going to walk up to him and just like gesture him to come down.
He's
Just
sticking
laying
his
down.
head out of the window, and you are above
Ow.
him currently.
Above?
Yeah, you're
Oh.
on the roof.
Can I
Can I
just have
start
Min-
climbing in?
You,
It's-
I was
through
just
the
trying
same,
to fly
do you try
down.
and go to the same window, or do you go through a different window?
Same window.
He's gonna like stab you.
He like slowly leans his head back in. And, as you're reaching the window, you just see him like staring at you as he slowly closes the window. As the woman just also just from behind him just pushes him out the way, and just lifts it back up. Come in. You'll catch a cold if you stay outside. Come on. She helps you. She like reaches out and helps pull you in.
Do I have a blanket or something? Because I'm going to just assume through common sense that Minnie cannot fit through this window.
Yeah, she can't.
Shuffle has a winter blanket. You would know that.
Shuffle, can I borrow your blanket? Staring. at
He
the
just hands it to you. No,
Thank
he
you.
throws it at you.
I got it.
So yeah, you get it, and you're able to put it around Minnie, who just with her little hands just pulls it over. And he's like, "I got a cloak."
Aw.
I'll be right back.
Okay,
I'm gonna
mommy.
climb into the
I'll
window.
be good. Promise. I'll keep both eyes open. She like does little like widening her eyes with her little fingers, but she's only able to do the top part of it because her thumbs don't reach her bottom eyelids.
Big question.
Yes.
We're standing out front, right?
Mhm.
Below the window.
Mhm.
Bruce and I.
With honey.
Can we get in there? Can we get in? Or is it like
Do you try the door?
all around? Yeah.
Door's locked.
I'm gonna go. No. She turns to Tenebris and is like, "Hey, can you pick this?"
Do I see them trying to get into the door?
Most likely.
Minnie,
Wait,
Yes.
Chris.
try to.
I'm gonna send them down to pick up a Nostra and Tenebris.
Like,
Wait.
Minnie kind of
Hold
like
on, what's-
hovers down to pick you two up,
What's
What's
She wants you to-
happening?
She wants you to lockpick the door because it's locked.
and Minnie's
What door?
offering. You're
Just
at
the house door.
Yes, just a house door. Yes.
No.
We need to get in there because our allies are in there, and apparently this guy is the one who's in charge of the village. Is the impression
Kersloosh.
I'm getting?
Minnie
Okay.
lands behind you, just like I can give you right up.
Right, I'm Nostra like hops on Minnie immediately.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Come on up, Tinny.
Yeah, Tenny is gonna go up. Yeah.
Ready? Hold on tight. Hold on. She actually like
Come to
shifts
the
around.
window.
She pulls on something. All of a sudden, you feel your legs just like strapped down. You're like, just wait. When we get to the top, you can undo them, but I don't want you falling out. And she woof flies up, lands on the top, and as she gets down, she's like, okay, just pull on that. And she instructs you on how to get yourselves out of the leg straps to prevent you from falling out. So you do that. Get out, and as you get out, you just see Minnie kind of like very slowly make her way over, poke her head over, and it's like, "Mommy, I remembered this time. I did the
Do I have
thing."
an apple on me?
Did you pick up an apple?
No. Do you have any fruit? I'm looking at the woman.
We have a few things to spare. They're getting a little stale, but hold on. And she goes over and there's a little fruit basket. It's maybe got 2 or 3 in there, and she pulls out a pear. She offers it to you.
I'll take that and the turk because I don't trust this to not fall in the water.
Are Tenebris and I inside now?
Let's say you're able to make your way inside. The guy's just kind of in the corner, just like arms crossed with a big old pouch, just like,
How?
I don't trust you.
Hey, that's fine with me. We're here to help, though. So, like, what's been going on here, and how can we fix it? What do you know about these fish people?
They're fish people. like the merfolks that came in from the sea and they just started messing with things. Now, hush, hush, hush.
Scribble, 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 scribble.
Writing down notes on this, of course. The woman's like,
Oh
hush.
no, I'm talking about Shuffle's physically scribbling things on his wife.
Right. Okay. The woman's like, hush, hush. Just go make yourself some tea. I'll be right with you. We don't have any tea. I bought some last week. We don't have any tea. Like you can see his like eyebrows like squinting behind his glasses, just.
Well, that's fine. You can just like sit there and pout while we talk about the important stuff.
You're welcome to this
I
man.
hand her the whiteboard.
Who?
The nice woman.
Okay. Look like you're like surrounded by women.
Yep.
It says, "You got any scrap metal?"
Scrap metal. Dear, I don't believe we do. I mean, we have some for fishing hooks, but not.
As he says, hook his thumbs up like, and he writes down biggest one you got.
I can look into that. Before I do, the other nice lady was asking a question as well.
Ma'am.
I'll do what I can.
Yeah,
I
let's
apologize. Everyone.
Deep breath. Deep breath.
She walks out, and you hear her like going, like you hear her tap, 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 like very quickly go down the stairs, and you hear.
What just happened?
She's currently downstairs working on something.
I'm gonna head downstairs, see what the hell.
She's making a pot of boiled water. Apparently, looks like she's making tea. She's like
Oh, okay.
brushing herself off. She's like, "I'm sorry, I just
Overwhelmed?
So many new people, so many new faces. I'm not exactly a village greeter. That was normally Hilary. She was a nice lady, very nice.
What happened to her?
I don't know. Most of the places here have been damaged in some way. A few people have made their way here, and they have attempted to make their way through the jungles around to try and get back to the Cliffside Valley to try and get some help. We had some visitors, some people from Cliffside Valley, but they never made it into any of the houses to speak with us. The creatures, they brought the thing.
What thing?
It was nothing. It was just the sea drowning them.
Like the water moved on its own?
Maybe they were just casting magic. I've never been good with knowing about what is and is not magic. I'm not an adventurous
Can I roll to
sort.
see if I have any fucking idea on what she's talking about when she says this? Because I don't know if she's talking about the aboleth or the fucking,
Merid?
fuck.
Like
What was
shape
the other one?
water.
Which one?
The two they were fighting. There was the
Merit.
Merit and then there was something else.
That was an air genie.
Okay, so it might be the Merit then. I couldn't remember which one was air, which one was water.
Merid is the water one.
Okay.
That was Taured. Roll
They're
either
chomping
a history check or an arcana check.
It's the same either way.
Okay. History. Magic of some sort likely sounds like what it is. Just doesn't sound like. I mean, the aboleth, whatever it did, was. It sounded more bigger. Did you follow them down?
Yeah.
That's
There's
it.
a trumpet playing next to me. Sorry,
No worries.
I can't talk much.
I understand. I'm gonna make it. It's a roll with disadvantage, just because this is not something you would have heard about normally. You still have a very big Arcana check, so you know. We'll see. It's still 16. With the 16, there's a few different things it could have been, ranging from magic like shape water to things like
Could it have been the nice old lady?
could it have been the nice old lady? Based off the way that she's describing it, she's stating it like she saw it rather than had anything to do with it. You're not sure if she had anything to do with
No,
it.
not that nice old lady. I'm talking about
Oh.
the nice
The
old lady.
hag.
Shuffles, no.
Ah,
Nice old witch lady.
right. That lady, she didn't exhibit anything particularly, like specifically like that in the dream you had, so you wouldn't be certain about that. Another thing that stands out to you is that she said they had like no form. I mean, there's certain creatures that have a resemblance to that. Closest one off the top of your head would be things like various elementals, but elementals here? Not sure. It doesn't.
I just think in my head, nice old lady. Did you do it?
Mm,
No response.
Okay. He'll walk upstairs to that old man.
Okay.
Maybe we should introduce ourselves then before we start questioning them.
Yes. You said your name was Alex.
Alex.
Forgive me.
Yes.
I find it a little hard to hear you if I can't see what you're saying.
Are you hard of... Wait. Can I roll to see if she's hard of hearing?
Uh,
From certain signs that she's exhibited?
I'd say you
Or
could
if
roll
she's
an
just
insight
straight up
check.
deaf?
She's possibly hard of hearing based off what you just said.
Well,
You've heard that phrase said by like 2 or 3 older dwarves who've gotten hard of hearing.
oh, this is a dwarf?
No, this is a human. I'm saying you're remembering from it.
Okay.
Yeah, your memory is from dwarves, but this woman is exhibiting signs as though she has some form of hearing deprivation. She seems to be able to maneuver herself around fine enough.
I have a question then.
Mhm.
Naturally, the further you get away from something, the harder it is to hear. If she is so hard of hearing that she needs to see my mouth, how the fuck did she get charmed?
She was not outside of 300 feet.
No, she wasn't, but still.
She's still able to hear it. It's just that she's not able to hear it well.
Okay.
She's not under the deafened status. She just made it essentially with
Yes.
advantage, and she still failed.
Well,
Poor woman.
That's why I was
So,
like, oh, okay.
Guru, can you guess what I'm trying to do with this old man?
What are you trying to do with this old man?
Magic trick. Magic trick. Magic.
Oh,
So you pull out your briefcase, which is covered with things ranging from the
Small,
jar of
small
fires and such
nuclear
like
bombs.
that. Yeah, small. You basically it's a work. He just like looks at you like, we ain't interested.
we don't want any. Wait. Dawn, what
Hmm.
does this woman look like?
She's a little old woman. A little bit she's a little chubby, but she probably was one of those nice old ladies who was a little bit more heavy set before all this came down.
I
She's
have a
wearing
s-
a kind of a frilled blue dress, white hair that's a little bit curly, unkempt and
You
undone.
didn't! You totally did! What's her name?
My name
this
is,
is who I think it is.
my name is Burrell.
I don't get this reference.
Put Muriel and Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog!
Oh, got it. I
I
didn't even have my mind on cartoons. I was just
fine.
thinking
I
one of your
just, it clicked when he said it. I don't want to. Pretty much the essential Eustace quote. We don't want any. And I'm like, wait a minute.
He's a grumpy old man who's
Oh my
got
God, are
thick
you
glasses. You
kidding
can't see
me?
his eyes.
I would say if you can guess how I did it, you win.
He's just trying to show you like a magic trick, sir, because he's like bored right now. It's not selling you anything. He's just,
What's your offer?
You put a gold in, I'll put a gold in. You guess how I did it, you win.
He's like leaning forward to read it. He's like, "Alright, I put a gold in."
It's the classic sign he puts up at all times whenever
of
he's
course.
performing. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just
It
like
has like
going
very
to read,
fine like a crow heads on each corner
of course,
drawn into it.
of course. You gotta have your aesthetic. All right. You can't like you see he's like him like at this big growl. Hey, I get a gold out of this. All right, show me the trick. I'll roll sleight of hand for you, and I'll roll perception for him as you go through the flourish, throw it into the air, grab it, slam it down, and you now have a gun in your hand.
Bam! Well, Guru, I would have known to put it away first. I would have put it away first, Guru.
Okay.
God, I can
Surprise. So you have the
know how I
gun
did it?
put away, and you now have nothing in your hand. As you slam it down, you pull it away. Like
What
grabs
I
your
roll,
hand.
by the way?
You rolled a 29.
Alright, that's good enough.
Yeah, he grabs your hand, like turns it over slowly, grabs you by the wrist, and starts shaking your hand.
Oh, goodness.
My gosh, sir, please don't be violent with him. He's just a little bird.
Shakes his hand again.
Question: Did any of my team try to figure out how I did it?
I'm downstairs.
Amnostra doesn't care. She's like leaning against Tenebris and like talking to him about like a bird she saw on the way here. I got very interested.
Wait, does Tenebris even know the trick?
No.
No, but he's just sitting down, not paying attention at all.
He's just watching this with like the most passive face, like, okay.
That's a thing.
Annie, you look
not even
so
looking.
bored.
Yep, but yeah,
Or something.
he's
It's
you
so
know he's
boring
shaking.
here.
He shakes your arm again, and then he just kind of throws out like,
I'll just put it up, walk away, and walk over to them, and I was like, so the game is he sits down. Shuffle is going to try to start teaching these two poke.
Good job,
Okay.
Shuffle. That was so cool.
He
Poker.
you don't know it. Tenebris or I'm not sure. Shuffle is going to start teaching you poker.
All right, sure. Let's go, boys.
Hmm.
What
Oh,
else to
dear.
do?
Chess is more my thing.
Come on, Tenny. It'll be fun. It's not like we have anything else to do right now. Because Alex is talking to that nice lady downstairs.
I
Fine.
suppose a little bit of gambling wouldn't hurt to just pass the time if we're not betting anything important. Honey sits down, just tail flickering back and forth as he watches. I think he's actually proficient in that, is he? I think he's proficient in something.
Is
I
sleight of
don't know.
hand poker?
Sleight of hand.
It's more gaming set,
I'm not betting any money.
of course. Of
What is
course.
happening here?
They're playing poker upstairs while you talk to the nice
No,
little
I
lady.
know what's happening here, but I'm just thinking, like, Imnastra was so, just, like, stubborn on wanting to gather information, and I just feel like I got whiplash from the transition.
Of course.
See, in Amnostra, the Valley Girl has returned with her disguised self, so
Fair
she's got-
enough.
Yeah, she's playing up her Valley Girl self.
she's
at the
she's
moment.
depending on you to get the information.
I just realized two of Oz's big characters right now, like transitioning into other.
That-
Because I was pissed after you found out Amnostra like in an hour, so I was like, I'm gonna do it again. They won't expect it.
Look, man,
she
I
was
was
right.
trying to be nice. That's literally how it happened. It was an accident.
Shuffle accused you, man. You can't get away from the job.
It was literally like, oh, your hair's a mess. Here, I'll just comb it. You found blue hairs in your comb.
Like, yeah, I was pissed. Not thinking ahead. But anyway, let's Paris information.
We're
I
going
just
back to
wanna.
Paris, of course. The nice little old lady is making tea. It actually does take her a moment before she realizes that the pot is boiling. And she's like, "Oh,
I
here,
will
would
help
you-
this lady.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're quite a dear."
I mean, to be fair, it's only right that I help you out. Since that was my bat that kind of pulled you into the fight. Sorry.
You did nothing wrong. I was trying to go and see if any of the other homes were open. I hadn't heard from these creatures in a while, and I was hoping that by making my way around, I could find some other people, and perhaps they had left. They say that the strange things pass in time, and I haven't exactly been paying attention to how long it's been. And I just wanted to get get some food to make sure that we could feed ourselves.
You literally gave her Muriel's penchant for just wandering into danger on an entire accident. Oh my god.
I had this planned. I just didn't expect her to fail her charm save. I was,
Okay, look, it's
I was
weird.
expecting her to just walk into the middle of the battle, like, oh, and then it's just like, no, she's charmed. Okay, cool. She's
No,
dashing towards
that's
this.
that's accurate as well. Just because what beautiful noise. No,
Beautiful music.
that's accurate.
Yep.
Can you tell me when all of this started to occur? The weird creatures, the heavy storms.
Well, it started after the heavy storm. Although if we're going back to when it first began, it began around a month ago when the first storm hit and we were flooded. It was a terrible thing. Large water just threw over us. Why, I heard that Taured, the genie who has watched over us, went a little bit seasick and was throwing water all around, and unfortunately many of the boats were lost. A few of the people had to go find new ones. They went towards the jungle and had to go through some of the caverns, of course, as it is one of the fastest ways back to the village. We haven't heard from them in quite some time, come to think of it. I do hope they're okay.
So they just vanished, essentially, into the woods.
Kind of shrugs. We haven't heard back from them. I would only assume that they've been to the village and the town. Village? Forgive me, I'm not good with remembering certain terms, and I'm just happy. Oh, the tea! And she goes over and she gets a little package, she quickly puts it in your cup. It's like, you have to let it sit for a little while, make sure it seeps properly. Would you like some sugar? Wait, I don't have any sugar. I do have honey, though.
Honey will work just fine.
Honey will work perfectly.
In Alex's head, she's just like, oh, Granny, why?
If she gets a little dollop and she puts it in your
I'm sorry.
cup.
Can you make a notes chat in the Discord, please? So I can write it down as we're going.
Yep, no worries.
Thank you.
Notes. There you go.
Thank you.
Nah problem. Yep, no worries. I didn't see your message there. Thank you for grabbing me on that. So yes, you have that for you guys to work with. But yeah, what she does is she gets the spoon, she dips it in there. When she pulls it out, she kind of like wraps it around so the spoon, you can use that to stir, and it stirs in the honey as well.
Don, I have a question.
Yes.
When we saw the fish people, were they coming out of the jungle?
They were hiding around the outskirts of the village.
Were they hiding in
In
a
the
place where,
village.
like, a person would normally traffic through?
Yes, this is one of the place you were entering into was one of the main entrances to the village. There were a few other places that you could technically enter into, but it was one of the widest areas, meaning that things like carriages and wagons likely
So they
had more
were planning to
thoroughfare.
ambush someone.
Whoever came into town.
Sorry. Okay, so they're probably gonna take a wild stab at this, and once I have the tea head up,
They hear
Yeah.
a small echo from upstairs. Return the slab.
motherfucker!
We don't want any.
What's your offer?
Can you up my GP by 1, by the way?
Okay, will do.
I straight up took that blind man's money.
What? Yes.
Slightly deaf, but still.
Oh no.
Yes, you did get another gold from that.
I'm going to surmise. I'm talking to the group as I come in that one, those fish people that we slaughtered are now taking people when they go into the jungle or into the village, whichever way. And two, since Taured has been incapacitated up until recently, that they decided to come out in droves because he no longer protects this village. I'm gonna take a wild stab and say that we have a population to eradicate in that jungle.
You see a physical light bulb appear over Shovel's head, and he
Oh,
takes out
dear.
his whiteboard.
My gosh, he has another idea. I love his
He
ideas.
he hands it to Bears or to Alex. 1 second. Oh, yeah, to Alex, and he goes, "Oh, also, is this a bad time to say that some guy told me whenever someone would go in the jungle, they'd never come out? So, is that a bad time to mention that?"
I mean, it's a good time to mention it, so we now have confirmation something's in the jungle. I'm gonna hand the whiteboard back to him.
Okay, so we should like go into the jungle and then kill all the fish people, and you
We
know,
should-
big fun, right?
We should rest up to make sure that we're, healed.
Shuffle will write on the whiteboard, or we could just leave. Just shrugs, like,
I
point
can't
to
in good conscience leave these people to be kidnapped by fish.
hmm?
You're to...
Besides, for all you know,
Oh, forgive me. I didn't realize that you'd gone upstairs. I was still talking downstairs.
oh,
Forgive me.
sweetie. I said once the tea was done, I would go off with her.
Yeah, she's like you as you went up, you're like, come on. She's like, she was in the middle of drinking her tea, and so you went upstairs. She was like, she finished her some of her tea, like, so dearie, oh my,
Oh,
where
Granny!
did she go? And then she followed you upstairs eventually.
Thought you were with me. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. But yes, I don't believe that the jungle should cause you any difficulties. It should just be a straight shot back. I mean, if they were fish people belong in the water. They wouldn't want anything to do with the jungle now, would they? Big smile on her face, just very, very happy. Just, it makes sense.
I'm
Alex
going to look through the donut at this thing.
What thing?
The woman.
Okay.
I don't trust it.
Okay.
I don't trust it.
Have you used it before today?
Not today, no.
I'm actually going to put make sure to see. You have 0 donut powers at the moment, so you have used it today.
He hasn't used it today because we rested at the
Right,
Genie's
long
place.
rest. So yes, we'll leave that as 0 then. Thank you for reminding me about the long rest.
Yeah, I haven't done it since we met the guy.
Yes, of course. Yeah, you just had it marked down to 0. You had forgotten to mark it back up to 1. So no worries. We'll leave it at 0 now because you're using it now. You look through it. You see this woman. You see the man. They look untouched by magic, so far as the donut shows you.
They have a dog.
Not that you've seen.
I will walk downstairs.
Are you just sweeping the house?
Yep, just doing a full case of the house.
I think I'll follow Shuffle just to make sure nothing bad happened.
I can roll an investigation check for you if you're looking to look around with that.
Not
Sure.
going to.
So
Can I offer him help?
okay, so I'll roll that with advantage for him.
Okay.
13 and 17, so 17 is the higher of the two, obviously. Alright, so Nostra, you're following as well. Tenebris, are you staying upstairs? Are you following as well?
Going well.
They're going downstairs. Shuffle's doing a quick sweep of the house with the donut of Detect Magic. The stone donut.
He's gonna stay and just kind of sit.
Oh, Tenny, come on, we could go loot. I mean, explore.
I doubt these people have much of interest to us. They're simple folk. Honey kind of just says, just watching you all with kind of like tilted of their head, just like,
This place is wrecked. Not that it had much to begin with.
What?
It might have something. But
No.
Alright, so you guys,
Okay, so we'll
Old
be right back, by the way. Just tell me if we
no worries.
get pizza.
Yeah, just let us know when you're back by typing into the chat so we know. Alright, so you two begin casing the house, looking for anything magical, anything that might stand out. As you get towards the back door, you hear a little and when you turn the donut towards it, you see a faint flicker of some kind of magic from the back door, but you hear rapid knocking.
I'll open the door. What the fuck?
Be right alongside her, aside her staring.
As you stare out, you see something like slide between your legs and then move behind you, like just like this shaking.
Make a wisdom check for Shuffle.
Okay. Wisdom check or wisdom save is going to be the same thing. 4.
Make an attack of opportunity at that thing.
With disadvantage.
Just with
Because,
a
are you rapier?
Disadvantage. Rapier.
Okay,
It's just
rapier.
pure fear. Like, wasn't expecting.
Of course. Where is the rapier? Stormcatcher.
Wait, what is it?
He heard something run past him.
It hit behind me, so doesn't he technically almost hit me?
He almost hits you, yes. That does miss.
My god.
Yeah.
He sees a dog and goes,
14.
oh! He's,
It's
I'll put the rapier away.
very short-haired dog. Kind of got like a faded red color with black
Are they,
ears.
I'll pick it up.
are they magic?
There is a faint glint of magic around their face and muzzle. Doesn't appear to be anything dangerous. Let me actually check what kind of magic this is that's affecting
Is
the
it
dog.
orange?
Orange was conjuration magic, I believe. This is not.
Yes, it was.
Are they constantly under the effect of course fear?
No, it's I believe I said purple was transmutation.
I don't know why that was so fucking funny.
So it's like a faint purple aura of transmutation. So there was something that did some kind of transmutation to this creature around their head and muzzle.
Hello, little one.
I'll boop their snoot.
Like kind of blinks as like, huh? like this freezes up, like tilts his head. Huh. Okay, there's a little wave.
I'll carry him back upstairs.
Oh, bravery! Well, Morel moves over and she picks up the dog. Where have you been? I thought I lost you out there. You are such a good dog. Just like gives him little scritches under his chin.
Bravery.
Thank you for bringing me back my dog. He's such a. I was so worried that he'd. Just give him more scritches under his chin and just sets him down. And sits tail wagging.
Shuffle, you saw something on him, right? Because my immediate thought process is that Shuffle's gonna stab at anything magic that just bolts, so...
I'm gonna walk up to the old lead.
Well,
Why?
actually, there was another spell that was around him as well, like a mantle. What was the name of the spell? Real quick.
There's a magic spell on the dog.
2. One was transmutation around the head and muzzle, and around its body was abjuration.
NPR sitting here. Just like, I just imagine NPR sitting there like, American cartoons.
He knows what courage is, if I remember correctly.
I know.
Oh, Jesus. Hold on.
Yes.
Points to whiteboard.
Which says what?
He just points to the whiteboard. Why is your dog magic?
Don't be silly. My dog is just like leans down, and just gives him pets, and the dog just kind of stares at it, and you see its eyes going from left to right as it reads it before it kind of like tilts its head and goes. Like you see his eyes like slide to the right, just like.
No, your dog has a bunch of magic aura around him. Or
Can I try something? Can I pick up this dog and call Minnie?
Then he also says Jacques at the end
Of
on the end of the whiteboard.
Minnie, you hear a little spoosh outside. You hear a little tap tap tap. I can't fit in the
I'm gonna
door.
open the window and hold the dog slightly out. Not holding him fully out, but just like kind of lifting him.
Oh my god, feed Minnie the dog. It's a great source of protein.
Okay, so you hold her. She goes, "Hello, hello.
It can't speak!
You can talk too. That's so good." Also, just the dog's taking out your hands as Minnie starts like,
Oh, jeez!
"Hi, Minnie. Hi, I like to fly. I love my mommy. How are you doing? I love you. I just met you, but hi. You can talk. We can talk. Let's go talk." Like all of a sudden, you just hear her just like kind of like hobbling away into the water. Splish, 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 splish.
Oh my!
I mean, let them have their fun. We have like shit to do, you know? We gotta get into that forest. We gotta kill all those fish people. We have a job to do.
Minnie is my ride. Alex
Get
looks
her
like
later.
slightly in shock with what just happened. It just happened so fast.
Do we have to investigate like anything else? Here?
Not from what I can tell. We could
All
probably
right.
look up-
Fish people deserve to be in the water. You see the gold guy just like grumbling. They should stay in the water where they belong. This is land. Think. Are we
maybe
still
we
on
should-
land?
Technically, yes.
Okay, good. This is land.
Maybe we should rest before we jump into the forest.
We don't got beds.
That's okay. We can make do.
Ma'am, is there an inn in this town?
An inn? There was an inn. It currently has a ship through it.
Oh my god!
Okay, then let's stay here. Oh my god, Tenebrous, can I sleep in
Perfect.
your lap?
It may have a few
No.
beds that are still.
You just say
Working.
no.
I don't know what time it is outside. It's been dreadfully dark ever since the first storm hit. She kind of moves over and kind of peeks out the window. Although I suppose it is getting a little bit lighter. Again, we'll
The
see.
best part
again,
about
we'll
it
see
is
part of
if
the
I-
sun peeking through.
If I remember correctly, they do in fact have a guest room. If I'm basing this off the show. But I'd rather sleep in the inn because I don't trust Eustace to not charge me.
What's your offer?
My point exactly. Besides, I need to find my back. She just kidnapped a fucking dog.
Oh goodness! Don't worry. Bravery is a good boy, and he will take good care of your giant flying bat. I'm still so surprised that she could speak. It almost, it did me a bit of a startle.
Where did you get your dog?
We found him. He was orphaned while we were going through one of the cities before we came to live here. Although, to be honest, I'm beginning to think that we should try and relocate to somewhere a little bit less crowded. There's just so much going on that I feel a little bit of open space for him to be able to stretch his legs a little more. Might be more to his liking, and it'll
I know a
prevent.
few places, but you'd have to leave the island.
After all this, I don't think Eustace will say no too quickly to that. Eustace.
I'll tell you a few places once we get back.
Eustace. I forgot what his last name was.
Bag.
Was it Bag?
Eustace Bag.
Ah, with her husband, Eustace Bag. I'm sorry, I was just thinking about that. I'm like, I couldn't remember his last name.
Because you never find out Muriel's last name, like her actual maiden name, and it bothers me so.
This is true. But yes, so you guys can try and look for your bat and an inn if you want to go to an inn, unless you wish to stay here.
Welcome back.
Which, if you're asking to stay here, Eustace is, or sorry, I keep saying Eustace. His name is not Eustace. His name is where's my notes?
Yours. No.
No, Eugene.
Eugene! Eugene's even more of a dick old man name than Eustace is.
And
Gene
that's why I
Crab.
chose it. That's why I chose it. I'm like, I needed a name that sounded a little bit more cranky and like Eugene. Eugene's a great name for people, but it makes more sense for this sort of a scenario. So Eugene, just if you're like, yeah, we can stay here. What's your offer?
Tenebrous, my friend, you have decent leadership skills. I need you to take the group to the inn and get them some room. Because I need to find where my bat has kidnapped this poor woman's dog.
Very well.
Thank you, and I'm gonna hop out the window and try and follow Minnie's tracks. Holy fucking shit.
No
This
real
dog is probably
tracks,
done.
but it's not hard to find Minnie. She can't move too fast on her feet, and she's not exactly being quiet. And she's like, and then we were in the mountains, and there was a bad thing, and then we go hoocha hoocha, and you hear oh yeah yeah.
How
It was
terrified is this dog?
like shaking.
Minnie!
Mommy waves to you as the dog. She's like, oh. Like looks
Help
like
me!
a little bit of help me, and like, oh hi, you're here. Hello.
I will gently pick up the dog.
Like holds on. She's like shaking.
Minnie, you know how back home, one of my siblings got really nervous when you talk too fast, right?
Yeah.
You talked about how people get overwhelmed, right? I think you might have overwhelmed the little dog a little bit.
Uh-oh. She looks like she looks ashamed. Like, oh.
No, it's fine. There's no issue with you being energetic. I know you wanted to make a friend, because you don't meet them often.
He can talk.
Just calm down just a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Because you did just snatch him up and walk away.
Well, he can talk, and I wanted to talk to him, and I mean, you were giving him to me, so I was going to go take him to where he could be safe, and we could just talk, and that we wouldn't have to worry about.
He's safe here.
Okay.
Here, come on, let's go back to the house and bring the nice woman her doggy back.
Okay. Just kind of holds on to you, just like looking over your shoulder, like. You like feel him physically like vibrating in fear before all of a sudden he's like just all of a sudden just deflates on your shoulder.
This poor He's gonna have a fucking heart attack.
Hasn't yet.
Somehow. I'll walk back to the
Sheer
house. Right, yeah, all the shit Courage goes through, it's like, how have you not just died from sheer amount of stress? Tell me I'm wrong!
Yeah,
You're
not
wrong.
Yeah, Teddy's gonna just round up everyone else and just say, let's go to the inn and get some rest.
Oh, Shuffle, we can work more on that thing of yours, too.
Alright. So you guys are trying to find if not an inn, then a decent place to get some shut-eye?
Somewhere that looks secure, but
Okay.
also comfortable.
Okay. You can either roll individual investigation rolls, or you can say
I'm
who's-
giving...
Super advantage.
Give Tenebris... I'm gonna give Tenebris super advantage, so you can roll 3 times. Well, that's how it goes. Canon.
No,
roll.
I mean, if you
The
have advantage,
advantage.
you roll again.
Yeah. That's what the
That's
advantage
much
talk is
better.
for. That's a 10-point difference. 13 is better than a 3 for sure.
That was almost an at one.
Almost.
We don't talk
Oh,
about
God.
almost nat ones.
I've had a lot of those
We
recently.
don't talk about them.
We don't talk about the curse.
Looking around, I would presume Alex is also looking around for a place to rest with Minnie as well. So I'll say that helps lower the DC significantly, and eventually you are able to find the building that has a ship embedded into it that at second glance you see that there is partly in the water a sign that broke off and fell into the water of a sign that is mostly broken. You can only get a that says something about the fish something, but it looks like it was an inn. It's only embedded into part of the place. There might still be a few rooms that are available. There are a few other houses that might be viable. This is one that just looks like it is the inn of the village.
Well, if this doesn't work, then we can always, like, break and enter, I guess. A different house?
Might as well just go in. see
Let's
what it's like.
go.
I suppose there isn't really a door.
I think the ship's through
There-
the roof, not the
through
door.
the roof, yes. So there's still a door for you to enter.
Great.
Oh, I
Let's
meant
go.
like, is it a locked door?
You jiggle it to open it. Opens right up.
The fact that it creaked is what's truly disturbing to me.
What does it look like? Is there anything of remote value or?
There's a few tables that have been clearly overturned. In the main kind of lobby foyer area, there is the ship that is just kind of embedded partway into it. There's the stairs heading upstairs. There's the area where there would be, the bar with the food and such like that. It looks like this place has been empty for a while. It looks like this has also been ransacked and probably scavenged quite significantly.
Do they live alone in this fucking village?
You haven't seen anyone else yet.
Oh my god.
I mean, like, let's just sleep here. I mean, it's a building. It's not like we have many other options. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
I gotta
Still
find
here?
them once I return this door. Betty's!
Tenny's gonna find a room upstairs.
Butter's here?
Butters is still in, but I can't hear him.
What?
There we go.
Oh no, Imnostra's been asking you if you want to work on the glove before we rest.
Actually, he says, no, I actually have something else I'm curious about, and I don't have the proper materials to work on it.
Yeah, because he's not on the ship. That's where his most stuff was.
Alright, so we should long
I
rest.
want to ask Eustace, not Eustace,
Eugene.
what's the lady's name? No, what's the lady's?
Mirel.
I'll ask Mirel for those fishing, the biggest fishing hook she got.
She'll give you 3. They're all about 2 inches long. They look like they're meant to fish up things like sharks.
Jesus Christ!
Damn.
Ooh!
I'll wrap some malleable metal I got it while trying to make them thicker. And I'll combine one of them to make it bigger. Like combine 2 of them to make it bigger, you know what I mean?
Is he just making a giant fish hook?
I'm making a hook and I want to make a band that I'm going to measure the mini's leg.
Okay.
Are you
You're
making
gonna go
yourself
abaleth fishing.
No. Okay, would I be able to try this? And I'm going to try to combine it.
You're trying to Are you trying to figure out a way to grapple?
I'm making, yes, if she's flying, a way for me to grapple onto her mid.
Without harming her, but also still getting you off the ground.
Exactly.
Okay. You would not be able to work on this and the glove, just so you're aware.
I said I'm not working on the glove tonight. I don't have the stuff.
Yeah, you don't have the stuff for it yet. This is more of a tinkering project. Are
Yeah,
you
as
able
for
to
this-
make the roll, or
Sure.
I can?
Can you do it for me?
Yeah.
And we're doing this like at the end of the night, right?
Yes. Where it's getting
no
darker.
matter what, I'm blowing a luck on it.
Okay. So let's see what you roll first and foremost. So we're doing Tinker's Tools Intelligence first. You said you were rolling luck because that was a 10. Otherwise, natural 1.
Ow!
So I'm
Damn.
taking the 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question was I still being assisted by
Nostra.
Imnastra, would you have helped him with trying to make a?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
She wants to see what kind of tomfoolery you're getting into.
I don't have anything else to do, so.
So we'll say that
Shuffle
was
asks
for
for
the
a
advantage
quote
of
for
it.
you. Shuffle asks for a quote, which is, "Can you say for him, I am fine with this tomfool."
Oh.
Oh my god!
Another
Butters, he
no.
rolled 2 nat 1s in a row.
So you rolled a 10 and an 8. We'll say that was with the advantage. And then when you use your luck point to try and re-roll the natural 1, it rolled another natural 1. So you're taking the 10, obviously.
What the fuck?
You're not able to get very far with it because you're trying to figure it out. And while these are very big hooks, you're trying not to, you're trying to work it slowly so it doesn't get very far with it, even with Nostra helping, as you're trying to essentially try and get her to change some of the curling of it to make sure it's not, an act as though it's a dangerous implement as it is currently designed to be, as well as the fact that you don't want her to melt the hooks.
She will do that.
Tenebris,
Stop her.
I need to kidnap you once I get back to the inn.
You get back to the end. I'll say we're all back at the end at the moment.
Alright, I need to kidnap you real quick. I want to try something.
People walking away from the party. Queen's on Parrish's shoulder.
Tenebris is going to, because he's currently in his room, he's going to close his journal, put it away.
This is the door.
Yes.
You have a decent constitution, right? You think you can resist certain things, right?
What do you want?
I am trying to experiment with something with Minnie, and since I am not that good at resisting pain, I figured that you could help me out to make sure that it is doing the proper effect. Besides, your company is actually enjoyable since it's not quite as crazy as the rest.
Queen pokes you in the side of the head.
Ah! You
Very
went to a crow's nest to lightning your sword.
Very well. He gets up and he follows you.
I'm gonna call Minnie down and try to move at least slightly away from the fucking village.
Okay. So you should.
Oh, they're going that far? Oh, goddamn. Yeah, Shuffle takes a break from whatever he was doing to watch them. Jesus Christ.
He's like, the fuck? What is happening?
Wait,
No.
wait.
Hmm.
Alex, Tenebris, Minnie. No, they're getting shot again. Shuffle's chasing. They're getting shot.
Nostra, you just suddenly see Shuffle like eyes kind of go lopsided for a second. All of a sudden he just like blink, like squints. All of a sudden his eyes wide and he just.
That's why I rolled the 10.
Yeah, he just abandons the project. It's just. Vroom.
Throws it in his pocket, like very fastly, and books.
Wow.
Leave her a gold for her troubles.
I'll mark that off on your sheet.
It's the Eustace gold.
It's the Eustace gold piece, of course.
He gave like no reasoning behind it. He just fucking booked it.
Gotta love that Eustace gold, man.
Of course.
Oh lord.
Marked it down on mine.
Ugh. The best part is if this works the first time, poor Shuffle. Alright, how's the best way I could get this to work? Once I land, I'm just gonna kind of have Tenebris scoot like 30 feet back.
Shuffle's not gonna.
Okay.
He would try to not let his position be known once he gets to them.
He's trying to stealth.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's gonna stealth because he doesn't want to intrude on their.
Okay. So you're how far away are you? Shuffle.
Oh, okay.
How far is the closest tree line to him?
Closest tree line is within, I'd say, within about 40 feet.
I'll be about 50 feet back.
Okay.
Hiding in a tree.
He's just literally in a tree like some fucking James Bond motherfucker.
No, like a
Like a
bird.
bird. Yeah.
Oh my god.
There he was, just hanging in a tree,
squatting.
singing quack.
He's not sitting on a branch. He's posted on a branch.
He's ready to go in.
Yeah.
Ready.
And I'm looking through Queen's eyes and ears. Looking through her ears.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Minnie,
Yes,
I
mommy.
want you to try something, okay?
Are we doing the thing?
We're doing the thing. You're gonna have to scream your loudest, okay?
I don't know if Mr. Tenebris is gonna be okay with that. He's right here, mommy. Is he gonna be okay?
He just
asked him
puts, he just puts up an okay sign.
Okay.
Oh dear.
I hope Mr. Shuffle isn't gonna be hearing this. I don't wanna. Okay, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Ready.
I'm going to this here. See if she can do this. Yep, she can do it. Her first attempt. Actually, let me roll that again, because. Okay. Progressively better. Her first attempt is her like. She rolled a natural 1.
Oh, sweetie.
Oh.
No, I promise I can do better.
You're fine. Fine. Keep trying.
Working.
Keep trying.
Mm.
I would have said wait till she gets it.
Wait, Tenebris, you're a tiefling, right?
Yeah.
Remember, you have thaumaturgy. You can make her scream even louder.
That won't work for what I'm trying, trust me. Just trust me on this one.
Checking
I mean, I
thaumaturgy real
could.
quick.
It amplifies, but it's not
voice.
like it could.
Hold on.
Well, it's your voice booms up to 3 times as loud.
Yes, yours. So that's a
So-
self-cast one. You can't do it on other people.
So I could just shout louder than Minnie, but I'm not sure
Technically
that'll
speaking,
make.
yes.
More like this. Ah!
Oh no. Uh-oh. 1 second.
Take your time.
Stop that. Ah, no. My camera capture's not working. It froze on me going, mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
It's really funny.
Hang on, I'm gonna screen.
Oh.
I'm gonna screen cap that.
You don't know.
Me too. Hang on.
There we
Oh
go.
no. That look when you realize that you are in fact correct about something.
What happened?
I have my face cam on and it froze.
I'm putting this in fucking voice channels. Everyone
This
shall know
is-
your shame.
It's not my shame. My computer's just being goofy.
I know. Or
It's a
excuse me, no, here,
shame.
I'm putting this in general, because I can't fucking put it in seriously on voice channel.
Hold on, let me try this real quick.
Look at that face.
That
It's
cutie.
still
Okay.
doing the face.
I gotta be right back real fast.
Okay.
Why is it doing? It's. Oh no.
Poor
It's-
man.
It's stuck on the face. No.
Just turn it off for the moment.
I'll turn it off for now. It was fun while it lasted, guys.
Everyone gets cam issues.
No, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, she does it again, and eventually you see her like she kind of does this like shifting. You see her like she takes a much deeper breath, and it kind of seems to expand, like her chest is like puffing out. Tenebris, Queen, Shuffle, and Alex need to make a con save.
Okay.
Oh
I was
Jesus
gonna
Christ!
say, can I, because I'm kind of like anticipating.
Yeah, he's fucking anticipating. Can you roll with advantage?
Are you covering
Could
your ears, or
I-
are you anticipating with your hands, like not covered?
I'm saying, can I use like the ready action for stillness of mind?
What? What are you thinking is gonna happen?
I don't know. I was thinking like either charm or fright.
No.
I'll just roll the con save.
You roll the con save. Yeah, you succeed. Shuffle, I will roll it for you and Queen.
My con is actually better than you. What the fuck?
You thought my con was good?
Oh, what happened? I was dissociating. I'm sorry.
Minnie is doing her hashtag thing. Queen got a natural 20.
Holy shit!
Damn.
And Shuffle
Wow.
got a 21. So the only one currently floored by this is Alex, as a high-pitched scream resonates from Minnie, and things are like shaking around, and you're able to kind of like set yourself. You're ready. Alex was just like, trying to be the patient, doting, loving mother, and then all of a sudden she gets like floored by it, and she's like blinking, kind of wavering from
Blink
back
gif.
inside. At the moment, you are deafened and stunned.
Oh. It's a great way to get fucking tinnitus.
Seems rather interesting.
Also, the way Oz is putting in these notes make me think of like the Pokemon battle announcements. Look at them! I'm assuming it takes like 6 seconds to recover.
Meg
Yes.
unleashes many. Tenebris unleashes himself.
Himself.
Oh my.
Okay. I think it worked. Ow.
Tenebris just looks at Meg and her reaction.
Alex.
And said, sorry.
You're
I'm
fine.
tired.
You're
Alex's
fine, Meg.
reaction. And he says, I think it worked.
Not really.
What?
I'm still learning because I'm not used to raising my voice like that, and so I want to get a big ah, but if I do a big ah, then I'm working on it. I still need some practice.
Alex like sits up and shakes her head. That's why we're training this. You remember how to do that, right?
I'm working. I'm trying to. I'm doing my exercises. Do re mi fa sol la ti do re mi fa sol la ti do. No,
Oh,
wait, that's
dear.
not right. I went up it again. Oh no. she like I went up
She
it and
just
then I went up
scratches
it
her
again.
head. She scratches her head. It's okay. You did very
Good
good.
heels. Okay, I'm working on it. So I'll get it eventually. I'm just kind of like shifts around.
Do you want to head back now?
Mhm.
Or do you want to keep trying?
I want to make sure Mr. Shuffle's okay, because if he was hurt by my scream, I don't think he likes me.
It shuffles stealth though.
Yeah, I know. She doesn't know that.
All right, let's go get Shuffle. All right.
Okay. Do you think he's gonna be mad at me?
I don't think he'll be mad at you.
Okay.
In the distance, we were
Oh, what?
fell out of the tree. He sneezed. What he wasn't expecting.
I'm going to roll a perception check from Minnie to see if she heard that, because you're 50 feet away, so she still could hear that, but I believe she has,
She's advantage with hearing.
yeah, advantage with hearing. That was what it was. So perception with advantage.
She also has the alert feat.
Natural 20. Her ears snap up and her eyes just snap around. She's like, someone fell down! And you see her just like kind of bound forward into the forest, and all of a sudden she, comes over to Shuffle, who's on the ground, just like, and she's like, Mr. Shuffle!
Shuffle mimics the sound back at her.
Like her eyes kind of widen. It's definitely softer. It's kind of hard on your throat, but her eyes like widen for a second. Like, you can do it too, Mr. Shuffle.
What happens if we put Shuffle next to a T-Rex?
Do it. See what happens.
I want to see if he copies the roars to freak people out.
Are you saying that you don't think it? This is Shuffle we're talking about.
I'm saying that he most likely would, and that makes me very happy and excited to try and put him next to one.
He's like grabbing the side of his head. He's like,
Minnie just very gently kind of lifts you up so you're in a seated position. Like, are you okay?
I think you scared him.
He slowly turns his head towards him with a frown.
Come on, let's get some ice for your head.
Disapproving bird sounds.
Come on, Shuffle, let's get some ice for your head. We'll head back.
Meh.
Yeah.
Stands up. Oh shit, dog.
Oh no.
Just realized that I could just minor illusion like an enemy of sorts for Minnie to practice at.
It wouldn't help with seeing the reaction
was-
fully, but
That's pretty.
yeah,
The whole testing was to see if it worked to stun.
which
Oh,
it did for
okay.
Alex.
The best part, that's so thematic. She's like, that's gonna affect you. I'm like, yeah, it probably worked the same way with her singing. She probably got charmed many a times.
Until she realized, that she only could get charmed once per day if she succeeded on it, or if she already had succeeded on it earlier that day.
So, yeah, this is going to be once again another case where it's like, are you sure about this? Go for it.
Oh wait, question, Guru.
Yes.
Did the note fall out of his jacket when he hit the ground?
Depending upon how-
Roll a
Because at the very least, if it fell out, you'd see him pick up a piece of paper.
Let's see. Call high or low.
I would say it was. I figured it was tucked away because he has like a fucking jacket on or something.
Yeah, pick
It's like at the very, like outermost layer of his jacket.
Oh, okay.
Call high or low.
Low.
It fell out of your jacket, so you did pick it up.
Yeah, you see Shuffle pick up a piece of paper, and it looks like it's been crumbled up to shit. But like it looks like it kept getting uncrumbled, recrumbled, uncrumbled, recrumbled, and it's at this point it's like in a ball. It's recrumbled. It just looks like shit, and he just puts it back in his jacket.
I'll ask him later because currently he just fell out of a fucking tree.
So you make your way back towards the inn.
Yeah.
No thing accosts you. Nothing gets in your way. I think it's actually quite nice and peaceful. If you weren't also splish splashing through water when you have to walk in through the door. Minnie has to squeeze to get through, but she's more than happy to lay on the wooden floor in there, although she does kind of like look around like, this place is a mess.
Do you want a blanket?
Can I please?
I have a blanket on.
Give her,
The blanket
Aw.
again. Okay. She puts it on and she looks.
and he just
pleased.
gets in her face and goes, and just puts his pointer finger up to his lips, pats her head, and walks away.
She nods and then lays down.
Tenebrous gonna wait till everyone's sort of relaxed and stuff. Then he's gonna write in his journal for a bit and then go to sleep.
Can Shuffle try to spy on that?
He's in his room when he's writing in his journal. He said,
Okay,
so I'd
fair
say no.
Shuffle's been curious about that because he's been very hesitant with doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Tenebrous gets a little piece of paper underneath his door. It just reads "Thank you."
Why is Shuffle telling me thank you?
What?
Tenebrous got a piece of paper from someone saying thank you.
Let's remember that he was very private, so she didn't want to open the door.
Tenebrous writes below that in fancy calligraphy writing. No problem. And slides it back under.
Alright.
Like a gothic script.
Oh, edge lord. Shuffle
Ow, I
leaves
just
his.
cut myself on the edge.
Oh, Shuffle has like on his door. Is there like what's in the room?
There's a mattress with standard bed frame. They don't appear to have been too badly damaged. Surprisingly enough, there's no mildew or any mold or anything in there as far as you can see.
Is there a chair?
In one of the rooms there is.
I'll take the chair and press it up against my door.
Okay.
Just like, doing the thing where it's like, can't get in, fuck.
I don't know why, but I just imagine just like when you're really tired, you just try and open the door and it won't open. You're like, what the fuck? And then you look down at the chair and it's like,
Ah.
oh.
So yeah. And so he puts a note on his door that says, it says to come in, use secret.
Does anyone even know the secret knock?
I think that's the point.
Alex tried to wake him up early. The f- Accused? The fuck?
I think Tenebris would just kind of would
You
knock
notice-
on the door, but make his knock like 3 times as loud.
By the way, you notice basically Queen's outside of the door posted on like the door frame.
the crow.
Caw caw.
It's
The
it's
crowd
basically it's a camera. She's the what is it?
CCTV.
Surveillance camera. Yeah,
Closed circuit surveillance.
Oh god.
Oh god. There's an enemy. Suddenly all anyone hears throughout the end. Motherfucker, what the
the
fuck?
second somebody knocks on my door, basically, or comes near my door, my team, and looks interested in opening it, she's giving me like some kind of signal.
Mhm.
Like either mentally, I think mentally, she just gives me like extremely bad vibes to wake me up.
Can't she mentally ping you?
She can't give words or phrases. She can give vibes, basically, of
Oh, okay.
like
Feelings.
attitudes, feelings. So I told her if one of my party members looks like they want to get in my room, give me really bad feelings. If it's somebody you don't know trying to get in my room, give me extremely depressing feelings.
Jesus Christ. So that just tickles me because that means there are 2 animals in this fucking group that essentially are working as alarm systems.
Basically.
Hmm.
That's beautiful.
All right. So, looks like you're not going to be talking to Shuffle about the note tonight.
I said I was
you-
gonna let him rest.
Yeah. All right, Imnastra. Is there anything you are doing?
Oz!
Oz.
I'm going to bed. Yeah. Wait, I have alchemist supplies. Can I use that shit and make like a acid?
Did you
Acid!
restock on those to make sure that you're able to make such things?
I've never used them before.
Then I'd say roll
like
alchemist
a-
supplies intelligence.
Anything added to that?
Your proficiency modifier if you're proficient.
I got a 15. I have no.
Are you proficient with alchemist supplies?
Oh.
Oz?
I'm not. Can you hear me?
Yep. I just
Yeah.
want to make sure. So you're not proficient with them. That means that is a 16. Okay. You are able to
Did I do
make a vial of acid. So it is a 1
Yay.
ounce or 1 ounce, 1 pound ceramic
Oh,
bottle that you have
baby.
it poured into. So just mark off that you have that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's all I want to do.
All right.
Good night.
I'm sorry, I just love the very quiet good night.
Honey. We'll actually just roll this here. Okay. He finds a place that has a few little shiny pieces of glass, but they're just glass, nothing colored or special about them. So he eventually finds himself a room and just kind of lays down, stretches himself out, gets some rest himself. The night passes on. Eventually, it's a little surprising when you wake up and there's actual light kind of peeking into your window. You kind of wake yourselves up more, and you kind of peek outside, and faintly, not fully gone, are the clouds. But through little tiny little cracks. You can see bits of sunlight beginning to poke through.
Shuffle's gonna stay in his room for an extra 2 to 3 hours after he wakes.
I'm probably downstairs by 6:30.
Okay.
He's not out before
early.
10:30 to 11.
Rise and shine, everyone. Disguise self has been down all night, so
Obviously.
Oh, I'm. Morning. There's no food.
Oh my god, I do have some of the. I have actually. Wait, I have to switch voices now. I have to switch voices. Oh shit. I have some of those mess kits. Be interested?
Sure, why the hell not? Let's try and fix breakfast.
Okay.
A few rations. If anybody needs.
I have rations, it's just that I want it to taste better.
I'm not sure if you're gonna get that.
This
Probably
is an
not.
inn, right? Is there any seasonings?
Roll investigation check.
I'll help him out.
With
See if we can
advantage.
find any food at all, either to like bread or some shit.
Yeah, just I guess food and food accessories in general.
Food, seasonings,
Queen.
cooking stuff.
Queen's on Alex.
Hello.
Shuffle.
Shuffles what?
Shuffle's just wanting alone time, so he's gonna look through Queen's vision. He just wants to be by himself at the moment. Relaxing.
I just imagine Shuffle in his room with like fucking cucumber slices on his eyes and a face mask.
It's his me time.
Exactly.
Obviously. With the 17, you are able to find a few things that appear to have been overlooked. Essentially, higher up in one of the shelves, there's a ceramic jar that when you manage to pull it off, it's got a little bit of salt in it.
Mm.
There is some vegetables in one of the other rooms that look like they were kind of tossed to the side. They are a little bit gross and decomposed, nothing fresh. Salt's basically the main thing you found that was apparently disregarded.
Salt is never to be disregarded. He takes the salt.
Right, you have 1
And,
pound of salt.
Nice. And he's gonna come back and he's gonna say, oh, I suppose Alex probably with me since she's helping.
Yeah.
In which case he announces to everyone else in the room, we found some salt.
You also did find that there was like an iron skillet and an iron pot. There was a few others in there, but most of them had like little cracks and nicks in them.
I have an iron pot.
Yeah.
But the skillet would be useful. Question. Have I... What does outside this village look like exactly?
In which direction?
Where we came from?
Towards the jungle?
Yeah,
Forested?
did I see any deer essentially near the outskirts?
When you were flying over with Minnie, you didn't see any deer. This doesn't look like a village of like deer. When you had been walking on it on foot before, you'd seen a few creatures. Biggest one you saw looked like it might have been a goat.
I'm not killing no goat. Ugh, goat bacon or not. Did I see any fishing rods nearby? I'm looking for meat. Rations are fucking nuts, and while they are associated with protein, fuck you.
This is a fishing village. If you were to go more towards the coast, you could eventually pull up something.
I'm gonna go fishing real fast. Minnie, come on.
Yes, mommy.
Real fast. Fishing. Real
Stop.
fast.
Stop right there.
Excellent.
How late are you planning to have breakfast?
There's a net. There's a net, and I have a flying creature.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, be quick about it. I want to head out of here and actually get some work done.
I'm aware of what you want to do.
Oh, you want
I'm
me to
gonna
throw
head
it
out
to the...
to see him.
Oh, I get it. I got it.
watch when like Minnie like ends up catching a shark, and you just see Minnie just flying along like, oh, it's all nice thing, and then suddenly,
Shark.
You say this, but she's pulled a shark out of the fucking water before.
what?
Yeah, I dragged the shark onto the boat with me.
Wow.
She had a little bit of help, but at the same time, she did. She beat it strength roll.
Damn, son.
Yeah, she...
Giant bat ain't nothing to scoff at.
No.
Oh god. I'm gonna head out and see if I can get this fucking net to work for fishing.
Okay.
Actually, can I roll a basic perception check to see if I even see any fish?
Roll a perception check.
Can Minnie help me out?
Yes.
Actually, wait! Minnie can scream at the water to see if there's fucking fish.
She won't be able to echolocate anything under the sea because of the fact that, you know, if she was putting her head under the water, maybe. But she
I
would
mean,
also
yeah.
be, you know, submerging herself partly in the
She
water.
has blind side.
I'm more.
She
Does that allow you to
Echolocation is
see
blindside.
things? Yeah. Does that mean you're able to see things under the water as well?
blind anything within 60 feet she can see. That isn't
Release
completely.
you.
That isn't full cover.
Right. Which is what I'm asking. Would we consider water to be considered like full cover? I mean, or even
Well, I
like
mean-
3/4 cover?
I would assume just because it's harder to see underwater, but I feel like that's a DM's discretion kind of thing.
I don't think bats can use echolocation underwater.
I
Water,
mean, they can use it when they're
volume-
submerged underwater, but not when they're above the water. I'll say that it'll have the distance depending on where she is above the water. So she'd
Okay.
only be able, like if she was like 30 feet over it, she'd only be able to see 15 feet into the water. That's what I'm saying.
I was just there's a dock, right? I'm assuming.
Mhm.
Can she poke her head underneath the water and that'll work that way?
Roll a perception check for her.
Fucking hell! I opened up so many windows. There we go. Would it be advantage or base?
Are you sticking your head under the water as well?
Well, no, since it's based upon hearing, that's why I asked.
Must be
Because remember,
Yes, I'll
cold
say.
where you are. Must be really cold and windy where you
Jesus
are.
Christ!
12 as she's like, you just hear just little bubbles coming up under her. Salty.
No fish.
I saw some little ones that I don't think you'll want to eat them. They're little.
Damn. Hmm. I'm patting her on the back.
Sorry.
Did you inhale when you breathe?
No. Thankfully. I don't want to breathe salt.
If we could ask the nice old woman if she has something for lunch. They can see the doggy.
Breakfast.
Yeah, I can see the doggy. Like,
I mean, look, let's be real here. If I'm basing her off the actual one, why do they always have so much food?
Okay.
You've noticed how much she cooks, man.
I'm aware. So you head back to Norel's place.
Yeah. I ain't above asking for food.
So Shuffle, you on Queen on Alex's shoulder see that they're making their way away from the inn towards the little old lady's place. Do you stay in the inn or do you follow them?
Betties.
Betters.
What?
I said Queen is on Alex's shoulder. Looking through her eyes, you'll see that they are leaving the inn and heading back to Muriel's place.
He gets up slowly.
I'm guessing he's going to follow them.
Slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Blind sight can perceive the surroundings without relying upon sight within a certain radius. So she doesn't need to see it to know it's there, essentially.
She still would have seen the same sort of stuff.
No. I'm just for future reference.
Yeah, that's why I was just like thinking about it in terms of it being for, underwater.
My bat can technically see underwater. How wonderful. Or excuse me, rather see decently underwater.
Decently.
My main concern was that shit near the. Actually, yeah, that was my main concern. Something in the water. I'm like, something's about to snatch my bat. And I'm gonna have to go in and get her and die because I'm not gonna let her go alone. Fuck that noise.
Her drowning, but she's not because she did not get grabbed by anything. So you go back to Muriel's place. And do you knock on the door? Do you go in through a window?
I'll knock on the door.
Okay.
What am I saying? Fuck it, why not?
So you knock on the door, and there's a moment of. Then you hear, "What is it? What is it, Bravery?" Opens the door. "Oh goodness! Hello again. Please come in."
Oh, okay.
You step inside, and again, is Shuffle going to be with them at this point, or is he just going to be lingering behind?
He's gonna be a good 10 minutes behind him, man.
Okay.
He took forever to wake up. He's like, fuck this.
All right. You guys step inside. You're just kind of looking around, and as you do so, you see that she has some food already cooking.
Oh, jeez.
Quite a bit of food, actually. Decent amount.
Oh, my.
More than the two of them could eat by themselves, but
Man.
Eugene looks like he's he's got fork and knife in hand, just ready to go.
Ma'am, why are you cooking so much food?
It's simply how much food we have for our needs. She just grabs some oven mitts. Oh, excuse me, and she goes down to where there's a little oven that is got a little fire flickering, and she opens it up and pulls out looks like some kind of chicken strips or something like that. Smells decent. It looks like she's added some extra seasonings to it to try and give it a bit of extra flavor.
Alex is practically salivating, dude.
Sorry, I just can't have
You guys
your
eat all
chicken
of.
strips.
Fuck your chicken strips.
We don't eat all of it. Sometimes we have to use some of it to fertilize the land around us to help it to grow, to flourish. It goes bad if we don't eat it within the day, and we have
Oh,
quite a bit
ma'am,
extra.
sweetie.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that there would be a lot of people who'd be very happy to eat what you have left over.
Oh, I certainly hope so. I do have a bit. Would you like to? What's your offer? Eugene.
I'm gonna flick a gold coin over to the old man.
He catches it, bites it, stares at it. All right, you can eat with us. So we're invited to.
Queen is still on my shoulder, right?
Mhm.
I can speak to Queen and Shuffle can hear it, right?
Possibly. You're not sure if he's looking through her eyes at the moment or not.
Okay, in that case. Queen, can you get your master and...
When there's a straightaway, basically, he'll be looking through her.
Mhm.
When he has to take corners, he'll take corner, find another straightaway, then cut back to her vision.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Queen. Pretty birdie. I need you to do me a favor. Get your master and get the others from the inn, please.
I would have imagined you were asking if any of them had wanted to go. I mean, or did you just go by yourself, or did you bring them
I just
with
went by
you?
myself because I was expecting just to fish and come back.
Okay.
And I wanted to check without an entire group being behind me because I don't trust Eugene to not be a piss hand.
Of course. Shuffle, what does Queen do?
Did I hear it?
You were in a straightaway at that moment.
You see Shuffle Queen's mouth just open as Shuffle goes, just turn.
He was already on his way to check on me, and then he gets sent back like.
I'll go let him know. Alright, so everyone else, I'm guessing you're going to just relay it verbatim using mimicry.
He just goes, "Hey, get out!" He's like, "Get over, get." He's not doing it politely. He's just upset.
He's just tired.
All right. And Astra goes and like casts disguise self right before she goes in.
Okay. So you guys all get yourselves up. Shuffle wakes everyone up as Honey's just like, it's quite early to be so loud.
Wait, what?
Smacks Honey on the butt. Get out of here, cat boy.
Cat boy.
Like,
There's
slowly looks at
food.
you.
Excuse me.
Wait, where's Tenny at the moment?
In his room. Shuffle's trying to get everyone up and moving towards Morel's place.
Wait,
Queen is gonna just start
Yeah, that's
woodpeckering
true.
someone to wake someone up.
Basically, you're being woken up because there's a place to eat.
I just
isn't
got
just
the
rations.
salt, though.
Yes, you have the salt, so you're not being woken up, but you're being essentially told to get out of the inn and to go somewhere else. So yeah, you get the salt, and you've been waiting on Alex to come back with the fish she said she was going to try and catch. But instead of bringing back
Okay.
fish, Shuffle came in, which you thought he was upstairs. And apparently he came in through the front door, which was interesting. But yeah, he's telling you to leave the inn, essentially. He's not being nice about it, he's just kind of yelling to get.
Okay. Tenny's just gonna walk.
Just like very tiredly, just like, fine, I'll follow along.
Not tired, just. It's just like, okay.
Okay?
This is fine.
So you all head over, and Morel has been working up a storm. Like, she's probably got enough for a dozen people. Just being cooked up and readied. You're not sure where she had this before, but she's got it now, and it's food.
I figured that maybe we would actually appreciate a little bit better food than just the rations.
Oh, don't worry about rations. This will be more than enough.
This is really nice. Thank you so much, miss.
Not a problem at all, dearie. She places it for you all to see and enjoy. She just kind of looks it over
I'm
again.
digging it, shit.
It's definitely reliant on the spicing and stuff to actually make it taste decent, but it is good. It is really good food for what it's seems to be, based off of the fact that, you know, she's in the middle of a village alone trying to, you know, make this food taste good. She's
This is
done
so
a good job.
suspicious. This is so suspicious.
And if you're suspicious, that's on you.
If you're a magic user, you can see like that you're a magic user through detect magic, can't you?
I don't
No.
have detect magic.
Oh!
Yeah, you can't see magic, you know, through detect magic.
I have reason to believe this woman has like a create food spell. She's some sort of druid.
I think she just has expertise with cooks utensils.
She's an awakened animal.
Just don't think about it.
Just think about. God damn it!
Shuffle walks in the house and just deep throats a chicken wing.
Where'd the bone go?
Let's eat our fill and stuff.
Where'd the bone go?
Tenny will eat some.
Birds eat bones all the time.
Jesus Christ.
You ever seen a pelican try to eat
right.
where it like
Fucking.
like down the throat?
Oh, goodness, you are quite hungry. Do you need me to put some more on your plate?
Feed him more. This is entertaining.
She puts some more in front of you.
Oh, goodness.
And is there anything else I can assist you with?
The moment, unless you have somehow a way to navigate through the jungle easily, I think we're okay.
Oh, I've got a hat. It'll protect you from, well, the sun isn't quite coming out yet, but if it would have protected you from the sun if it were an issue, which right now it is not. So,
She giving me a sun hat?
more like one of those explorer's hats, like the little brown ones. But since the sun's not out, she's like, I suppose it's not all that necessary, though, is it?
The sun's actually coming out.
Oh, that's wonderful. I've had sun in, oh, I'd say a little over a month now. It'll be good to have some sunshine to wipe away some of the cabin fever we've been having. I don't like it. Make it go away. It's better when it was dark. Eugene, be nice to these people. I don't like it. Make it go away.
At this point, like, it's starting to get abusive. Rather than irritating.
Forgive
And he's
him.
starting to get annoyed by this old man.
Teddy's in here about to punch an elder.
Forgive him. He's simply... he's been through a lot.
1,000 yards there.
Oh, goodness. I won't say no to that.
Okay, sure, certainly. 1 second here. And she gets, again, it's like one of those like safari looking hats, but it has a little addition of little tassels that can be tied underneath your chin. Make sure it
This
doesn't
is
fly
literally
off.
like a jungle hat. This is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh.
I bought this from a traveler who had brought it with them a while back. I was considering going on adventures myself at one point, but
What is it?
suppose that never panned out. That's
This
perfectly
little
fine,
jungle
though.
hat.
Hmm.
Dog, can I try something?
Hmm.
Can I eat some of this shark jerky?
Sure.
I'm gonna eat a
Whatever,
piece
man.
and see how
I
it
was gonna
works.
say Shuffle
Alright.
would try to take it because he thinks he would look fabulous in it, but
Hang on, let me see something. It's a con save, right?
Yes, it is a con save. Alright,
Yes, you
so
should.
that does see. Does succeed. What are you looking for?
I just want to see if this fucking hat is matching.
Okay, you look at the hat. The hat is not magical.
Okay. Anything else around the house that looks magic?
The food is transmutation magic.
I knew it!
You have no idea how or what it is, but it is some form of
Is there-
transmutation magic.
There's no trace of magic on her at all, like from a recently used spell.
That's not how that works.
God damn it.
It
I
doesn't
feel
tell
like
you what
this-
spell or anything like that, but it just lets you know that there is.
No, I said from a recently used spell. Like traces of a spell left on her hands, like transmutation spell or something like that.
Pretty sure that's not how that works. Otherwise, that would be really useful for having, like
I asked
investigate
because you
with
let us
that.
find the magic trail in the other cave.
Yes, but that was a trail that was still pulsing with that magic. I wasn't saying that was like something that was, like, oh, this is traces of it. Like, this is traces of it because of the fact that it is a pulse of that magic going from one point to another. That's why you're able
I'm
to
still
trace it.
I'm still questioning how
How the what?
how a spellcaster doesn't exude magic. That's what I'm confused by. Because they
We'll
have
look
to have
into it later.
magic in their system to use spell.
It depends on the spellcaster. Some of them don't have magic in them in the same way. Like, sorcerers do have magic in them that comes from their bloodline and heritage and such like that, whereas a druid has it from nature, and a wizard has learned to tap into the magic.
Wait. I have one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
But not as a ranger, but since I use weird magic, but I know what an arcane focus is.
You don't use it yourself.
I know.
You would know, yes.
Okay, so what's the arcane focus again? I'm sorry.
An arcane focus is what a spellcaster would use to
I mean,
cast
no,
their
but where is
spells.
it here? What is?
I
Make a
don't know.
perception
That's why
check
I
if
was
you're looking
asking
around
what
for
I
one.
know.
I'm looking
okay.
at something for you. Hold on.
Oh, me? Little
No,
old
no, no.
me? Wow.
You can
Oh.
look with the perception check immediately. I need to check something on Paris first.
In terms of siblings, do not have any magic users. I don't know about the parents because I didn't make them.
What's happening?
She's
I'm
trying to
trying to
see if
find
there's
something.
an arcane focus in the room.
In
Uh,
where? Sorry.
In Morel's. Are you okay, man?
Oh, yeah, I'm right.
You've been out of it.
I-
And I know you just got back, but I was just double checking because you sound really tired. Just want to make sure
I'm
you're okay,
retired.
man. Yeah, you don't know what an arcane focus looks like. I mean, you can, if you'd like to, look around and try and see if you can find one. You can make a perception check.
I'll give it a go.
Whenever Shuffles used magic, you've seen him pull stuff out of a bag.
Okay.
Like Capona pouch. So if you can,
Can I
look at-
roll
Yep.
investigation for it? Or like
I mean, if you're moving stuff around, she's gonna ask that. Please don't move those things
oh
around. Perception.
without like
Eyes.
perception? Okay.
Yes.
That's 17.
13. With the 19 perception, you're looking around for like a little bag of components or for other little things that you are aware of being a focus. None of those really stand out to you. With 17, you see the food, you see her. There's a mask you see off in the corner. You see a little statue on the oven. Beyond that, those are the two main things that stand out to you. And I mean, the mask looks like more of a tribal islander's mask. So it's
Is it
possible
green?
that it's red. It looks like it's the sort
I
that you would
Ooga,
like put on the back.
ooga, ooga.
Ooga booga booga. It's a little bit more detailed than the one. There's got like actual like almost it looks like it's actually real fangs, like
I still have
tusks
detect
of
magic.
boar and such. None of them stand out to you.
Okay.
Focuses
She
don't stand
has
out
to be
magically.
magic. There's no fucking way that she can't be magic. Because this fucking food is transmutation on it. So unless all of her appliances can cast transmutation spells of some sort.
Again, it does not let you see an aura around people of magic. Otherwise, finding a spellcaster would be really easy and would mean that, certain people would be really, really easy to get captured by people who are looking for magic like that.
Okay, fuck it. I guess we'll fucking go specific here. Ma'am, I have a very out there question for you.
Yes.
Do you know what magic is?
As I said, I've seen magic here and there, and I've been aware of certain things. As I said, I was once planning on becoming an adventurer myself. But it did not pan out, and I'm happy with where I am. She kind of has a happy smile towards Eugene, who's just like eating his food.
Can you use magic?
Here and there.
That was all the confirmation I need. I'm good. I don't even need to know what kind of spellcaster she is. You did make her a fucking druid, didn't you?
I didn't say anything. I'll let you believe what you want to believe. That
If
being
I
said,
ask her, she's probably not gonna know what she is.
I mean, you're not technically that kind of spellcaster, so probably not.
Alright, I'm ready to go. I just wanted to know if she was a magic user or if she was a fucking person of circumstance.
Yep, no worries. But yes, you eat your food, and you guys are able to, after completing that, of course, continue on your way. So where are you heading?
Doing the jungle.
The jungle. Let's head to the jungle.
guys head out of the village. At one point, you kind of see little areas where there's like little bubbles of stuff, but looks like it's just tiny little fish that have been stuck in this area that are just flickering around. Tiny little fish, maybe about smaller than the size of your palm. But beyond that, you guys make your way out. You eventually finally get out of the village and you get out of the water. Your legs are soaking wet, but you're out of the water. You're moving forward. You're back in the jungle. Whereupon you find Molly and Limey just sitting on the edge, kind of looking at you guys, just like, I thought you said you guys were going to come back. Where have you guys
Wait,
been?
where's the jungle? Wait, we went past the jungle.
You went over the jungle by flying.
Oh,
Yes.
since when?
When you guys came out of the mountain, you guys went over the jungle to kind of fast travel. You two went over the jungle.
Remember you
Honey.
were riding on the bat and we almost got
Oh,
shot?
and everyone else dashed.
Yes.
Okay,
Everyone except
right.
for Limey and Molly, who were expecting you guys to let them
Why
know
did they
what was going
just
on.
stay?
Yeah.
They camped out.
Why did they just stay?
They camped out.
I didn't know there was a jungle there, to be honest.
We've been saying that there's a... Oh, sweetie.
I said you flew over the jungle last time. I mean, that was from
Well,
2 weeks ago, admittedly, but you guys had flown over the jungle after you left the mountain.
yeah.
Because
Okay.
it came out immediately
Well-
into the jungle, and then you and Alex flew over
Oh
it.
yeah, I think I remember you mentioning jungle.
This isn't, I promise, I'm not trying to be like, this is new information. This is something that you guys have had happen. No worries.
Well, you should have followed us when you saw us bolt off, but it's all the same anyways. We went into the town, found some people who were still alive, got
Oh,
some
that's good.
information.
Were they alright?
And
They seemed oblivious to the
Um,
entire situation.
I don't know if that means
Yeah,
they're
I
alright
mean-
or not, but okay.
the entire town's fucked, but they're still alive, and I guess that's fine. But we
They
go
seemed
because
content.
they've seen more of those fish people heading in and out, and they think they're abducting.
I might ask
citizen.
for a really big favor and he's going to hate me.
Oh, what's that?
They were talking about relocating, and I can't in good conscience leave an old couple and their dog near a place that is surrounded by changing fish people and a dangerous creature that likes to possess other cultists.
Oh no, that would be dangerous. You think
Then
you
we'd have to bring them through the mines, and who knows?
Well, the
what we'll
mines are
find
safe.
there again. Are they though?
They're Taured's home. I'm pretty sure he doesn't let anyone come through without a serious fight.
I mean, I
Well, whatever you say.
Bork!
I mean, as the first mate on the Ocean's Eye, I suppose I could be able to give him a little nudge. My monkey just kind of winks. What? I can be charming.
I'm all too aware. We need to head to the jungle.
Yeah, we can handle that when we come back. We have to get to the jungle fast.
I could hear
You're in the
Oz's
jungle.
swoon.
Oz is what?
Swoon.
Shut up!
Calling her out. Goodness.
Outing me.
Teddy's gonna get out his machete to clear away some of the foliage.
Jungle man.
Now that's a good idea. He pulls out one of his scimitars to use similarly, although yours was clearly built for this in mind. So he lets you kind of go off front to clear out some of the way. Are you guys just like trying to look around to find traces of stuff, or are you trying to like bump
I'm
into?
trying to find traces of these fish people.
Okay. Whoever's looking around for traces, roll me a survival check.
I'm gonna give advantage to whoever is doing that.
Okay.
Hey.
So Alex, go ahead and roll that survival with advantage and
Oh, hello!
natural 20.
Teddy's just gonna be looking around.
Right. Perception check. With
Can I have
advantage,
Vinny
because
help him out?
Molly's helping
Oh.
him, so I'll say advantage
Oh.
from there. So roll
Okay.
again. 23. Okay. With your 23, you hear the wind through the trees. Slight crunching of various little creatures as well as your companions as you go through. You're kind of going through a traveled area. There's a little bit of overgrowth from where it clearly needed just a little bit of trimming back, essentially. At one point, you kind of hold up a hand, just having everyone stop. You hear something, you turn, lean your head over, and then Alex kind of peeks up next to you, kind of having to get on her tiptoes to see over some of the bushes. So it's like, is that a deer? As you see a deer, just kind of head poking up out of one of the bushes, just crunch, crunch, then bound away.
What the?
Hmm.
And Alex, the more you're looking around, you see tracks of various creatures that have come through. Nothing in terms of recent footprints or fish prints, which is what I'm pretty sure you're trying to keep an eye out for specifically.
I'm just trying to see if there's anything of unrest.
There is unrest, but the unrest, as I said before, appears to be predominantly revolving around animals. Creatures that are supposed to be creating such quote-unquote unrest. That being the unrest of creatures foraging, creatures eating, leaves misplaced from where something quickly scurried away to try and get away from a predator that it wasn't even sure was actually there. And those that have a similar path where further unrest shows something chased it. Nothing humanoid, at least not until you get deeper into the forest. I'd say around noon you do find some tracks that look old.
Actually,
Not
Don,
fresh at all. Yes.
do these creatures count as humanoids?
Wrong book. I grabbed the player's handbook. Brain, help me out here. There we go. So far as you're aware, based off looking them over, you'd guess yes.
That's one of my favorite enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lovely.
So you have an advantage to track them regardless, and as I said before, you do eventually find some form of humanoid markings. Guessing just by looking at it, group of maybe 3, maybe 4 at most, based off of what you're looking at from looks like a week and a half ago, heading back towards the village.
Nothing that leads deeper into the woods.
Not from what you've looked and seen so far. Everything links to have either gone back towards the village or is from standard creatures of the forest, or jungle rather.
So would I be able to surmise that it was that fucking group that was fucking up?
You can make that
Everything.
presumption.
I think we might have come in here for nothing.
Well, we need to go through the mansion.
Hmm.
Get back home.
I mean, if we're wanting to get back to the other side of the island, we need to go through this way anyway, so it's not really for nothing. We're just having a little bit of a detour. Molly just kind of grins. Besides,
Yeah, but
it's good to stretch our legs again. Been on the
I
ship
want
too
to at
long.
least go back and get that little couple.
We can swing back around with the boat. No issue there.
Fair enough.
What, you didn't think I didn't think of that? Please.
I'm not a sea person. I'm from the mountains.
Yes, I'm not a sea person either. I'm from a carnival.
But
I just plan things out. Well, sometimes.
you just threw so much shade in my direction in 2 sentences.
Nostra laughed from the back.
Oh, shush over there, Miss I Love the Tiefling.
What makes you say that?
Common sense.
I'm not married to him like you are to.
I am not married.
And in all honesty, if I think you'd have more sway than Mr. Mollymock over here, since Ford loves you so much.
I mean, I'm his first mate, and I can sway him pretty good. Thank you very much.
Literal hoedown between. God.
I mean, you're not fucking him. I feel like Alex has the advantage there. Let's be honest.
Not with that stubborn ass.
Well, anyway, maybe we should ask about the cultists, because they did come from this side. Right?
I don't think little old lady knows anything about cultists. She barely knew what the fish were.
Can't hurt to try.
Alex just shrugs. All right.
Otherwise, we'd have come here to this side of the mountain for nothing.
So you want to go back to the village, or are we going back to the mines? You're gonna have to fill me in here so I know which way we're going, and actually stay together this time, not have people bouncing out. Camping out was fun, but it was kind of,
Did you miss us?
you tend to bring a bit of a spirit with you. I like it.
Aww.
Oh,
I have a hair in my mouth.
Ooh.
Oh,
Well, I'm going to listen to whatever Alex wants.
Why me?
Or like the leader here, right?
She just gives like this heavy shrug, like, eh.
I love that kind of confidence that you have. Let's go back. I mean, if you want to go get the old couple, then I'll gladly
now?
follow behind you.
For now, we seem to have dealt with the main issue, so it can't hurt to head back to the other village.
Okay.
all right.
I mean, I guess we're going to get the old people. I out of character, this is.
The
Molly,
original
Molly,
or the?
pretty.
Are you saying you're going to head back to the
The buried one, the one where we landed.
Cliffside Valley?
Yeah. And Molly pointed out that they could literally move the boat around the island to grab them, since their house is literally at the docks.
Makes things a little bit easier.
Oh yeah,
for
okay.
them.
Then we'll go back to Red Reef Cove or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Red Reef Cove is the island you're on.
Oh, whatever the town's called. That's that we were in
Cliffside
before.
Valley.
Yeah, that one.
All right.
Oh shit, are we going back through the fucking mines again? Ew.
Well, okay,
Tavern help.
thankfully, one, we have a map, two, it's empty, and three, Torred is near somewhere within screaming earshot if we continue to scream because we're lost, so...
wasn't there
Okay.
wasn't there a deep area of the?
Ooh,
There was. Actually, there was, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck,
That
should
we
go
wanted to
into there,
explore.
though.
Yeah.
We wanted to check that out.
Yeah.
The cultists are probably in there anywhere.
Or something's down there.
Hmm.
So you guys head back into the mines. You head to the area where you combat the cultists and the strange creatures and essentially watch them jump to their doom. The area is dim.
Ooh.
There was an illumination to the area before, a presence. Whatever that is that was there before, you don't see it here now. Do you guys continue and move to the mine shaft that has a little crank to take you down a level?
Yeah, why not?
You go down, and once you have done so, you've gone down a level, and once the doors open, you see carvings that look like they were very roughly chiseled out of the wall. Most of them appear to be of the same image of the medallions that you've collected, of the maw, with tendrils wrapping around and gripping into each other. There
What the
is one.
Beans.
There's one where one of them is slightly different as you're passing it. It's a little bit larger, and it has 2 areas where it looks like they actually carved in eyes for it, like little dots for eyes, and then a third actual eye in the center of its forehead, with a very, like, just, it's either from the roughness of using a pickaxe to carve it, or it may have just been an aesthetic that they were going for, but it looks like a thinly slit pupil that's going down vertically. And the eye, when I say there's an eye in the center of its forehead, it's vertical, not horizontal.
What is this, man? What is this insanity? Is it just the carvings? There's nothing else in this room?
There is the water of the pool of water that you had seen them all jump down into.
Mm.
And you hear a faint little splish, splash of the water. It very gently rocks back and forth, but it seems that there's a current that is ever moving through it, going in one direction from the way that the water is moving, but it's not like jumping out of the water at you. Nothing seems to be doing anything from where you're currently standing. If you want, you can move closer to it.
I'll very carefully move close to it.
Let's investigate the cult nest. I follow too.
Yeah, Tenebris is gonna carefully move close to this pool of water.
Carefully, you sidle up closer. Keeping your eyes open. Some of the water around the edge, that little pools, look to be carved into the stone, deep enough that a humanoid could be submerged in it with a film across it, but it's very, very thin, like it had been something that may have been thicker that's diluted and lost any difficulties it had before, any thickness, any viscosity. Looking into the water, there's a few areas where you can see some of that thin film, but it's broken up by the water and appears to be degrading, breaking apart.
Can I, like, take an arrow and lift up a piece of this film?
Mhm.
Does it look similar to the stuff that I found at the bottom of that boat?
Similar. It doesn't look like skin. It's just like a thick, kind of almost ooze-ish watery
Mucus?
Mucus, yeah. Watery mucus.
Hmm.
It does not stay on your arrow for long. It just
mucus
like
bad!
that's something that's not wrong. But it drops off it immediately after you've picked it. Like you're picking it, like look at it, and also just and it just drops into the water again. And it, like, when it does so, it kind of just like falls apart and kind of spreads out, like it's not able to hold itself together.
Yeah. Is there any way around the pool? Because I don't want to step in.
Yeah, there's a stone around it that looks like it had been leading into other tunnels that don't look like they're going in too deep. One of them you actually look into, you see is like started about 10 feet and it just stops immediately there. Looks like they were planning on doing more tunneling and stuff in this area, and then for whatever reason they stopped.
Probably because it became the home to a fucking genie. I'm going to walk across the water.
Walk across the water?
Like, across the path across the water, essentially.
Yeah, me too.
There's not a path through the water. It's around. Like there's like
Yeah.
Around.
like an edge to the water. Yeah.
There.
Around it.
You follow it around. Are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm just looking anything, honestly.
You do see that there are a few things that do stand out. There are a few boxes that have been clearly cracked open. Any contents within them are scattered around, essentially rendered useless. There is a body of one of the fishy-looking entities who appears to have been crushed against the side of the wall.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it is boneless fish in a way that you don't want to
Boneless.
handle that. Yeah, boneless in the sense
When-
that there's bone fragments, probably.
When you say throw or when you say crushed, do you mean like something slammed against him and he was between that and the wall, or does he look like he was thrown?
Yo, how
Make a medicine
about
check.
Guru? By the way, how about I'm eating buffalo chicken? It's like tenders. One of this, I swear, it's catfish. Into my head, I went, God damn it! Someone touched a shell to this. Someone stabbed this chicken and cooked it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm confused why buffalo tenders was fish, but let's move on.
We're moving
I
on, yeah.
asked. I
Um,
asked because there are certain positions for both.
Right. With the 10 medicine check, you're not sure which it would be. The main reason why you know that there was some sort of crushing motion that happened is because that is not the way that a head should be tilting.
Oh, jeez.
Well, he probably got thrown by the aboleth or something. Those things have tentacles, right?
Yeah, which is why being near this water makes me nervous as hell.
All right, let's go into one of the tunnels and can I look for any like footprints or anything to see?
Survival check.
I'm looting this body. I have no shame.
This body has nothing on it besides
Oh,
clothes.
It would be an 18 plus survival plus 4, which is 22, I believe.
Okay. 22. Alright, so with a 22, there's been lots of traffic through here. People have been moving around here left and right. A few people you actually watch some of the footprints go into the water.
Oh no.
You don't see any footprints that come out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
We
There's-
guess how.
hmm
Uh,
You're roboting, Butters.
Yeah. Let Guru finish too.
yes.
No worries. Give yourself a moment to see what's going on with that. Finishing real quick, obviously there's no footprints going towards the one that ends 10 feet in. There is some traffic that heads through one of the tunnels. One of the other tunnels, there's some traffic, but it looks like that was more they went into it and came out of it just every so often.
Alright. This place has been busy as fuck. This is literally the nest where the cultists live. Points out the tunnels that have been more crowded and the ones that have been less crowded. And is like, which way are we thinking of going? Do we want to go into one of the lesser used ones? Maybe avoid?
Mm. If we're looking to get the cultists out, I would say the more trafficked one.
Alright then. Let's go in. Alright, the person with the most HP is gonna need to get in the fucking front.
That ain't me, baby.
Shuffle, darling. Would you be a dear and take the front?
Oh dear.
He's very powerful and he also has a gun, so I'm
Oh, there he
confident
is.
in him.
Welcome back.
There he
Oh.
goes.
Oh, nope.
Gun.
He lagged.
My child.
Mom got a fucking shiny in the fucking yard. God damn it.
Shiny luck.
She's too powerful. It won't even show me the picture. It's like my own fucking phone. It's just like, don't look. Don't do it. Shuffle just completely died.
Oh no.
Or Shuffle. Butters. It could be because he's eating.
No. I mean, it's quite possible. In the meantime, well, you're asking for Shuffle to be up in the front. Molly's in the front, just kind of like, all right, if we're going this way, we're going this way, eh?
Oh no no no! Oh please, Jesus Christ! Don't put him in the front.
He's in the
He's
front.
not going to immediately die.
Oh, I'm so afraid.
I have
Uh,
cure wounds.
are we going to the one on the higher traffic or the lesser traffic?
High
The
traffic.
more crowded one.
More crowded it
Let's-
is. Pulls out both his scimitars, just kind of standing up front as he walks.
Don't cut yourself just yet.
Oh, I'm not planning on that just yet. I've got some time. Makes his
No
way
stuff
in.
at all. Jesus Christ.
All right. Keeping his head low, just looking around. Eventually, he comes out into an area. He's like, "All right, looks to be some kind of barracks." Slips in and starts looking around, and you guys follow him in. And there is a large enough area to have housed people. Most of it looks like it's overturned, very messy, like someone had been here and was either trying to get everything and go, or some kind of tussle had happened. Looking it over, it smells kind of like damp, like someone had probably walked through here with wet feet, or slept in here perhaps while they had been hit with some of the spray. Beyond that, no signs of no bodies. There's covers that are kind of like crumpled in corners, but if they were anyone, they're too small for most anything to have continued to hide within them. It's quiet.
Can I peek around to see if there's like any objects or even people that would grab attention?
Yeah, you can make a perception check. People, just even with your passive perception, like even with a low passive perception, you don't see
Okay.
anyone.
I don't see anyone. Does that means that there could be someone though? Shit.
I have Minnie
Um,
keeping her ears open. Don't worry.
Flicker,
I
flicker.
got a 6. I mean, a
Can I have
10.
Minnie roll?
10 on
for her
perception.
ears?
Looks fine.
Oh, okay.
Minnie kind of does that little do their little echolocation, ears kind of flickering, and she's just kind of like looks very calm, very just like lots of beds, but not a lot of people.
Why don't you go see if you can ask your bat friend, Phyllis?
But they're up there. Like looks up and she's like, and then like her ears like flicker down. She's like, ceilings.
Maybe we should talk to Taurid and see if he's driven them out then.
Did she just say feelings?
Ceilings.
Oh. Like feelings for what?
Ceilings.
Okay.
She does not have happy feelings
After
for ceilings.
After we brutally murdered most of them, maybe they got scared and relocated. We
Maybe.
could ask Taurid, he might know.
Yeah, what the hell can't hurt.
Right? Or maybe we could take a peek down the less crowded tunnel.
All right,
Excuse me.
you're excused.
Oh. I'm fine with either idea.
Oh, while we're down here, we should go for the less crowded tunnel. It's right next door.
Alright.
You do that shit. Let's go.
Okay.
Who
So
did
you-
this? I'm sorry. I went through Play Store and one of the fucking games that I'm watching has a Bayonetta event up.
You're fine. You guys peek in the less traveled one, and this one has like a little bit more of a curve to it. You head down it probably a good 150 feet, and it gives like a sharp curve. You follow it another 10 feet, another curve, and then you just see a dead end. It's clear to see that this is
Fun!
another area that, again, they were digging more tunnel into, but it appears that this one also was uncompleted. This one does have a pickaxe that was left. Looks like it's still dug into the rock. But beyond that,
Why was it
Empty.
left in the rock unless someone was snatched away from here?
Mm-hmm. Can I roll to see if there's like any...
Signs of a scuffle.
It's just, yeah.
just from looking down at the ground, I'll say with just a passive investigation check, you'd be able to just notice a few scrapes and scuffle marks that would have indicated that whoever had fought and moved around here no one had been back here after that. Meaning that
What?
yes,
It wasn't back
yeah,
here after that?
yes, meaning that whatever grabbed whoever was down here had a scuffle that ended with someone being dragged out, and then no one has come back in here since.
I'm going to take a
Okay.
wild guess and say the cultists took them away and sacrificed them.
Yeah, let's
my
head out
God.
and go back to Taurid.
Are you back, Betters?
Maybe not for long. My reception went.
Oh no.
Oh Lord!
I'm still
Mhm.
not home.
Oh no.
It's a journey.
You'll get there, man. We believe in you.
We believe in you.
Get that.
I believe in a thing called love.
I believe
So
in a thing called love. Anyways, so you guys head back up to poke Taured and ask him if he knows anything.
Yes, please.
Believe in life.
So you guys begin making your way back upwards. As you're in the mine shaft, what is your passive perceptions?
I think mine's 16.
Okay.
I think mine's like 14. Check for me.
14.
14.
Mine's 15, excuse me.
Shuffles is 15. And Minis...
Minis is 15. Wait, would it be 15 or... No, it doesn't add the +5 to passive. Okay.
No, that's only for observant.
Oh god. Oh
Okay.
god. Why
So
are you asking us
Those with a 15 passive perception, so Shuffle, Mini, and Alex.
What's my passive, Guru?
15.
Oh, you said more
Yeah, 15. Whoever has a
than
15.
a 15?
Yes, so you have a
Oh,
15.
so hey.
Yep.
Something tells me I won't be able to hear the full explanation.
No
Oh,
worries.
God.
It's
Why did everything go silent? Oh shit.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
Huh?
Did you hear that?
Oh,
No.
nope.
Alright, so let me do it again.
What the actual fuck?
Like, is that wind? What sound is that supposed to be?
The
It's
hell
wind.
is that?
You guys hear it. Everyone who had rolled lower than a 15 does not hear it. They only hear the of the elevator. But you guys do hear a high wind noise. When you get to the top and you open it up, at that point, no crank of the elevator hearing it. You guys all hear that noise. And as you peek down or out, you see that the area is getting dust kind of starting to pick up. Do you guys try and find what is causing this?
I am.
Absolutely.
So you guys step out and you start looking around and kind of having to shield your faces a little bit from the dust that's being kicked up. And as you guys step out a little bit more, you see a large form of a dark
Oh no.
blue entity with a tornado for legs.
Gotcha!
Humanoid in
It's
torso, seeming to just float down, just looking around, eyes crackling with bits of lightning as they look around. Slowly lay their eyes on you, and
Groovy
that's
is
where we'll
out.
end the session.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I say Groovy's out?
Mike
Am
can
I
say
allowed
Groovy's out. I'll say
Okay.
Groovy's out. You were able to hear it beforehand, so that's the only reason
Um,
I'll say yes.
Yeah, could I say Tenebrous got his daggers out?
I mean,
I love
was
how
it
everyone's
open?
getting the weapon out, and I'm sitting here like, I can talk to
Huh?
this guy. Can we not kill him just yet?
Everyone, violence! Alex, oh please. But yes, that is where we are ending the session for right now. Yeah, it's good to be back. Good to be back. But yeah, we're still chugging along on that D&D. Sounds like we're getting closer towards the end of the arc, but you know, you gotta find fun where you have fun with it, and this has been a roller coaster to say the very least.
You put literally my favorite old lady of media ever in this fucking game.
Obviously, I wasn't going to leave her out. I wanted to have her somewhere,
I think
and in the middle of nowhere, surrounded
I
by...
think the only
Other
old
monsters.
woman who might win out from Muriel is Granny from Hoodwink.
She is pretty badass. But yeah, so you guys...
Use the hood, Brad. Use the hood.
Use
Use the hood!
but yep, that was fun. Still good. No combat this time.
Terror.
Obviously. More RP aspects, of course, but you guys have also cleared out an area, and so far you're looking to be in the clear. Whether or not you actually are, I guess we'll find out next time, seeing as how there's an air genie coming down from the heavens with a whipping tornado wrapping around him.
By level
No,
9. I
thank
feel like
you.
we're gonna get to level 9 after that, though. I feel.
This is gonna
AKA
be like a friend of Taurid's just decided to give it like a
AKA
get well soon gift.
Jin.
That's exactly why I said I'm trying not to be hostile just yet, because this is the fucking air genie who they were supposedly friends with.
Or maybe they possess, or maybe the cold people also have that one possessed. I'm a little.
No!
Suspect.
In case
What?
you guys are wondering, Dejin,
Mhm.
I believe.
Well,
Right.
It's pronounced Jin.
It's a free Dejin.
So long as he doesn't have a collar on him,
I
does
like-
he, John?
Pronouncing
You'll find out next time.
Motherfucker.
the Jin.
We're not expanding
uh,
upon this until we get to next week.
Oh.
But that being said, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, leave us a follow on Twitch, obviously, at What Team Comp. If you're on YouTube and you're watching this, leave us a like and a comment. It really helps us out. And subscribe. We're going to be trying to do this every week as often as we can. And yeah, we got a lot of content, got a lot of good stuff coming out, and we're trying to expand and do more to work with the D&D community and have a good time, because we're having a good time here as well. And until next time, bye bye.
See you.